Man, I'm back up in this thing. Pendel, how much? How long? How long you gonna make a wait, Pendel? Pendel, how long? Man, we ain't wait for nothing, bro. We in here, bro. I just had dinner. We vibing. Let me see. Nipples hard. Hershey kisses out. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I'm vibing out. I'm vibing out, baby. You know, Meet2Marry. Shout out to Meet2Marry. Shout out to everybody over there. I still think y'all should have let Nutty Professor finish his statement. I'm mad that y'all ain't let Nutty Professor finish his statement. He gotta get that rebuttal. Like that. Let me see what them boys gonna do.
Yeah, we are back. We are back in here.
I can't hear this shit. What's going on, my shit over here? Test. Let me see something real quick. Y'all smash the like button, man. The likes, y'all ain't been hitting the like button, bro. This shit getting out of hand.
Bruh.
Getting out of hand. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't supposed to be in here tonight. Let me see, Pendel. Oh, there you go. I had my joint hooked to the wrong joint. I'm back in business now. Take me a deep breath. Deep little sigh. Deep little sigh.
We go with another one. This is exciting. I've been waiting for this. I know y'all like, yo, once again, where has Mingo been? Well, I'm here, y'all. I'm here. Just been, as you can see, I've been busy. We've been working, y'all. Guess what? Your boy has been featured in 33 articles across the country. We're talking.
Hey, when y'all gonna get this started, man? Congratulations on them articles. When the juices get started? Pause. Let me see.
You know, I definitely want to give you that option. That
who this?
Wild, but we'll get it.
That's all right.
We'll get.
When did she come in?
I'm gonna bring Kendra up and welcome her in the building. Kendra, I don't know if you can hear me. I believe you said you were driving.
Yeah, I'm about to get in the car. I'm just leaving work.
Okay. We got Kendra in the building. Welcome. Say hi to the audience. They ain't see you in a hot minute.
Hello, y'all. Hello.
We'll get into it.
I'm getting in my car now.
Tamara as well. Come through with any type of. I would like to do is just give them the option as we go through the live stream tonight to speak their piece. I guess everybody. I'm gonna do my best to see and read your comments and get them up on the so they can see me over there. And then we are going to get active.
I look for compatibility, a good balance. I look for someone who can like do the banter back and forth with me. And I think that
man. Two amazing people in the right place, right time.
I need to meet your expectations.
And Aaliyah, and hopefully Zy Nathan. Zy Nathan got the text too, but Zy Nathan. But he doing the Zy Nathan.
I should have asked y'all for a timestamp so when everything really gets started.
And Sandy did also feel a bit apprehensive due to her huge backlash from viewers, some of which became threatening. And we here at Meet2Marry do not condone violence of any kind. And we truly wish the best for Sandy and Antoine. So we're going to switch gears and talk to this lovely couple to my left, the fairy tale of it all, Mr. Zanabin and Miss Aaliyah.
So what y'all letting the show recap
and it looked like
poll, and I wanted the audience to say who your favorite couple.
Spark literally flying everybody
get in here. Let me see something real quick. Hold on, y'all. Okay, 4 people in here.
Let's just let it flow. Like a person that
we're on stage with each other. The initial chemistry was amazing, right? The vibes that you guys had when you came back on the show. I'm not gonna lie, Tamara came back in really good faith. She came back, she really was open to seeing where this could lead.
Okay.
And at the because it was something there, but then at the date, things went a little left. Now I don't want to tell too much, Tamara. If you want to talk, feel free to talk. But correct, feel free to say what you got to say.
I will be very brief. I'm not somebody who looks at somebody's physicality or at the things most people will say they want to look at. When I met Rasheem, we had a really great chemistry that first day. I was like, okay, he's kind of dope. You know what I mean? We all got something we're working on, so it was no judgment about anything with him. I think that's one thing people got wrong in the comments. They were like, "Oh, she didn't even like him." How do you know what I like? Like my husband was a big man, so I never had a problem with his weight, what he looked like, anything like that. I thought he was dope. We had a French handshake and everything. I'm just that kind of person.
My husband was a big man.
And that I'm like that with people. I love people. So on the second date, when I got there, first of all, I drove an hour to get there, moved my schedule around to get there. And I sit down and there were a lot of sexual jokes being said. And I'm not saying it, I take a lot of things in stride, but these were things that you don't say to a woman. And
that boy horned up and freaked out, man. He a freaky frog, man. He trying to see where it's at.
Mango knows what was said because he had to cut 90% of it out. That's why you guys didn't get a chance to see hardly in it, because it wasn't even appropriate to put on YouTube, to be honest. And
God damn, that bitch was that freaky jokes. A freaky joke, man.
When you see me grab his hand in the interview, in the date, it's because I grabbed his hand. I said, "Yo, are you cool? Like, chill. It don't take all that. Like, let's just let it flow. Like, you don't have to say all of that." And so it was very uncomfortable. But I knew we were out, first of all, out in public in front of people at a family restaurant. Okay, we're filming. It's the first time I've ever been someplace like this with somebody who I thought was going to be cool, and this is how he came at me. I didn't realize. I
wonder if he came at that other girl like that too, and that's why they ain't work out.
You don't know what's in somebody's head. You don't know what they're going through. So I was just like, okay, let me just get through this part of it, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna keep it pushing. But it was not small little things. It was enough for me to say, this ain't for me.
Yeah, you had to hop on camera.
This ain't it. And I think, I don't care if you're a man, woman, or child, if you're put in a situation like that, you get a chance to choose what's for you and what's not for you. And so I was kind of let down, to be honest, because I didn't know that that's how it was going to go.
You know, but it did. The freak nasty.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, she, you know, it was, and he would admit it as well. It was a lot of sexual jokes.
But he did admit it. He admitted it on our last interview, Mingo. Remember, he said, I apologized to her for the things that I said to her. It was wrong. It was very wrong.
Why he was so freaked out.
Right. So yeah, he apologized, like she said, he apologized for it on the live last time. We all were live together. It was extreme, and she's right. We had to cut a lot of it out because it got to the point of disrespect. And the thing for YouTube as well, y'all know we try to keep the show as clean as possible, and we try our best not to really have a lot of disrespectful things happening on the show, sexual jokes and things like that. So we cut it out so that way we could respectfully have it on YouTube, show TpindellTV the respect, show him the respect as well, because I didn't want to destroy his character.
Kendra, they're making notes.
No, and I remember I was concerned about my daughter seeing this. I have daughters who would have had to see this, and I would have been very embarrassed for people to hear that. I'm not going to lie to you, and I have to. Somebody asked in the comments, "Do I regret going back?" And no, he was not drunk. He wasn't drunk. We weren't drinking. We were drinking soda, by the way. Do I regret going back?
Naturally horny.
I don't regret anything I do. I came as Mingo said, I came in good faith. I met this man for a few minutes, guys. You have to understand, at the actual meeting, when he first eliminated me, we only knew each other for a few minutes. I know it seems like it's longer, but we knew each other for a few minutes. The chemistry was there. It was cool. I was like, oh, if nothing else, he could be my friend. Like, I'm that kind of person. I'm fun. I'm coming in having a good time. I came back the second time to say, okay, let's see how the conversation progresses. So there was no expectation, but I didn't expect what I got. And I think had people been able to see even part of it, but the way they received me later on and how they saw me speak later on would be different. But people didn't get to see it. And I'm glad y'all didn't see it, to be honest. All the comments and all these people guys say about me, I'm cool with it. But I think that people would have seen me a little differently had they knew what happened. You would understand why I reacted the way I did. Why there was such an abrupt change.
I'm saying if he was Mr. Freaky Man and you was uncomfortable, I don't understand why y'all continue with this. Even if y'all was trying to rock with the show, I wouldn't have showed up to that yoga thing if he was overly freaked out like that. Because we even saw the part where he was like, oh, what you doing after this? I cook you some breakfast or something. He was trying to invite you over. And you was like, nah. And then she said Marcus made her feel uncomfortable, but she kept going on dates. And they had like a little link up off camera. They had a first date before the first date. And then mentally, the audience thought that the first time they met up was when she was 2-3 hours late. But in actuality, they already linked up and had a time and an incident. Like, what the hell what's going on?
Right. I feel you on that. Kendra, to speak on Tamara's Tamara's stand on what's going on. Well, first of all, Marcus is here. Shout out to and salute to you, Marcus. Kendra, to speak on Tamara's situation, because you were involved, like
Ain't
you didn't
nobody
really
say
know
hi
what
to
was
Mari.
going on until she told you, but you were around the group. How did you feel about when you found out what happened?
It's inappropriate, regardless of circumstances, regardless of viewpoints, regardless of anything. If somebody says, hey, this is not okay,
Hell
if somebody is expressing something of discomfort, it should be respected.
Hell
So
Right.
at the end of the day, it goes, it's just not appropriate, especially if we're on a show called Meet2Marry, right?
Right.
You're meeting somebody to marry them, right? That's the intention. So if that's the case, the sexualized thing should not be the forefront of your mind. It shouldn't be the first topic of conversation or the first date.
At least the
It
second
shouldn't.
topic.
Never.
Right.
So that's just how I see it. And that's just the reality of things.
I agree, man.
Well, we got Professor on
I
here right
definitely
now.
agree.
Professor, we're talking about this whole what happened at the date with the jokes and
Professor,
that guy. And
about to
you,
get
like you said,
good.
you also apologized to
I got it on
to
1.25 too,
from
so
the
a little
last
sped
live
up, y'all.
stream that we all were on. But since this is going to be our last for the season, do you have anything else you would like to say in regards to what happened that day?
Hey, let me know if you can hear me or not before I start.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, cool. No, I don't have anything else to say. I said what I needed to say. I haven't caught any of what was going on and what y'all were talking about, so I don't know what was said.
He lying.
There's
no way magically he just calls in at this point in time. He was already listening in. He know he had to chime in and break this up a little bit and get the heat off him. He ain't nobody calling into a live stream and not seeing the vibes or the temperature of the room before calling in. Come on, man. Come on, Nutty Professor. Come on.
But yeah, I have nothing else to add to what I've already said. If I joke with my female friends like that all the time. I've joked online about like same way. If at any point Tamara felt I was being disrespectful, she could have stopped the recording and we could have had a conversation and she could have said I would have apologized right then and there. That never took place. If she felt so disrespected, we shouldn't have had a conversation after everybody left because she was so uncomfortable. She should have been around me at that point. So at the end of the day, I said what I had to say about me apologizing. It was what it was. Have I joked like that in the past with friends of mine? Yes, I should have been more cautious because she's not a friend of mine. She's not somebody I really knew. I tried to reach out and get out with her prior to that. She had some other things that took place. One was an accident. The other one was she just didn't show up. So at the end of the day, I have nothing else to add to what I've already said. I've already apologized. I'm not going to apologize again. I've already done it.
Drama.
And it is what it is.
Drama.
Okay.
It is what it is.
That's
Shout
valid.
out to Mace.
And you could receive that, Tamara, since he apologized before, right?
This was a year ago. It is what it is.
Okay. That's respectful. I can respect that. All right. Well, I'm happy that the gang is here. Marcus, you could be with us for a little bit.
You got me for about 15 more minutes before I have to hop off, but I'm happy to be here, see everybody as well.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Let's then, in that instance, since we don't have you for long, I'm gonna move on to you guys' conversation, just out of respect for your time.
But that being said, we're going to shift to Mr. Marcus. Big Marcus, what you call yourself, or people call you, because you said it. I remember, said it. And then Miss Kendra.
So
Okay. Well, Marcus, you are.
And in all due respect, right? This is just from the production side. Kendra and Marcus was in touch with each other. She did let him know that she was at work. So, just from my perspective, when we were there, she let him know we were at work. We waited. The idea was to do our best to get the shoot.
Right.
And unfortunately, we didn't. But Kendra, you did come after the fact. So you didn't just kind of disappear and, not show up. So for those that did watch the actual show, but not the live stream, that was something that we mentioned as well prior, that Kendra did show up for the date. It just was late. And it was because she was stuck at work. Anything you want to say about that? Either one of y'all.
I'll say this. People that are in the automotive industry understand, which is why most of the people that you meet in the automotive industry are either going through a divorce, they're going through separation, they're going through some type of marital issue, some type of relationship issue, is because of our time. I'm no longer in the automotive industry. I got out because I get tired of it after a while. 70 hours a week, constantly have to chase
Man, she
contracts
quit
and
her
stuff like that,
job.
like managing a team and managing a staff.
What
and
you
they're
doing
grown
now,
adults
Kendra?
and you're managing them, and then you're going back and forth with it. It's a lot. So coming from management, automotive, finance, It's a lot. And if you, a lot of people, I was reading some of the comments, if you don't know your schedule, if you can't plan, then why even schedule a date?
Right.
That's the telltale sign you don't know how the automotive industry works. I'm scheduled to be off at 6 o'clock. I don't leave till 8 o'clock because if I leave, that means I have to split my money with somebody else. So I just worked 5 hours with this one customer for me to leave on time. Now I got to split my money in half just to deliver the car to somebody else. It doesn't make sense. I'm not going to lose out on $1,500, split that in half just so I can go. You know what I mean? Like,
I like the fact that you said, and I like the fact that she said that she don't want to split that money. She want to make all her money. She basically said, I'm choosing the money over potential connection. When if I got a chance to make this money, I'm making this money. I'm not splitting my money to go out and see you. When that's what dudes do all the time. He took you out on 3-4 dates. I don't know if Meet2Marry helped pay for some of that, or he came out of pocket, and you never was into him like that. You said early on that, oh, we had an incident, something happened, made me feel uncomfortable. I feel like it's overhyped just because you didn't like him. You was trying to just get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? Dudes do that every single day. Y'all went axe throwing $20 to $40 per person. Let's just say $30. 30 to 30, that's $60. You get 2 drinks, 30, that's tip, that's $60 again. We had $120. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat. Shit. He eats something for $25, you eat something for $25. You got to tip him, taxes and all that. That's another $60. $120. Well, we had $180, $200. Gas money to get out there. Every time y'all meet up, it's $200, $250 for him. 4 meetups, that's $1,000. And it's time again, men do that, and fellas, y'all be around women that not really that into you. That's just bored. The guy they really like made them mad. The guy they really like not courting them or taking them out. They just go do something, and it's sad. You know, the game is out of control. You know, folks want you to. We didn't see folks want you to pay for the babysitter. Want you to get their hair done. Want you to get their nails done. You want me to come out? You need to do this for me. You need to do that for me. Do this for me. And then you do all that just to get a side hug. And then they leave and go hunch on the dude they actually like. That ain't courting them and treating them like that. It's a dude that's doing less and getting more. Or if even if they don't got to do, you do all that. You get a side hug. She saw stuff. She go home, hit the top drawer, use the rose and lay down. Fantasize by somebody that ain't you. It's nuts out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was making a boatload of bucks on YouTube, let's just say, for example, this is not an actual number. I'm just giving you just a crazy random number. Let's say, for example, on YouTube, I made $10,000 a day. There was a young lady that liked me. She said, I want to spend more time with you. I want to hang out with you. I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to hang out. I want to hang out. I said, listen, I got to grind. I got to work. I know I work online and it looks like I ain't working. You know, I got great work-life balance. It's cool. I get to create my own schedule, but I'm actually working more hours than the average person. And I don't complain because I love doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I love doing what I was doing, and I still love doing what I'm doing. So I said, you know what I'm saying? So say I make $10K a day. But if I go out with you and we go out and hang out, I'm only going to make $6K that day because I'm not going to be working as much as I should or to the best of my ability. And then I'm only going to make $6K because I'm not working and I'm hanging out with you, and I'm going to spend money. So now let's bring it down to $5K. So I said to her one time, I said, say you make $500 a day, right? But when you go out with me, you only make $250. Like, would you risk it, biscuit that $250 just to hang out and spend time with me? She immediately said no. She's like, no. I said, no. Listen, so you normally make $500 a day, but if I want to hang out with you, you ain't gonna be able to grind and make that money. So you only gonna make like $250 that day. Would you hang out with me if you knew every time you hung out with me you was missing out on $250? She said, no. She said that so quick, but that's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I made $10K. It would lessen. You know what I'm saying? Because I was hanging out with her, and that was just okay. She didn't give a shit. She didn't care. You know what I mean? That's crazy, and people don't understand that. So on my part, I'm supposed to do that because I'm a man. Oh, money is not everything. Oh, you're supposed to explore. Okay, you're gonna make all this money, but you're not gonna have anyone to enjoy it with. Shitting me. You know, but if it's flipped, they not giving that cash up, fam. It's not happening. You know what I mean? Even when women have days off, let me take off. Let me see you. I'll take off if you pay me the money for how much I'm gonna make that day. God damn. Like, what? It's crazy out here.
When y'all got an opportunity to actually hang out. So, you know, those are things that people don't see on camera, right? Marcus, anything you wanted to say about that before we move on?
No, again, like I said, you know, even with that situation and you know the shooting and after, right? You know, Kendra was very communicative. She texted me, she let me know, and I will give her props for that because she was very adamant about letting me know, and she apologized profusely. So you know, I just want to make it very clear to everybody. You know, Kendra did show up in that light of like, hey, work got me here, and that's why I couldn't be mad. You know, at the end of the day, I can't be mad at that because if I was in the same position, hey, listen, I got to get my bread. You know, that's my livelihood. So
right. That's respect. That's respect. All right, so let's move on.
It's respect, but you would not get that grace that you gave her. Trust and believe me, fellas. If she already look out of your league, you know what I'm saying? If I seen y'all together, I'm like, oh damn, boy, hey, you bad, you won, boy. Hold on tight, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But you not about to tell me whether you got work or not, whether you told her you a car salesman, whether you a damn doctor and you on emergency call. Nah, if you a doctor, that you gonna get a grace on that because you got money. They gonna let you get away with all kinds of shit because you a doctor. Girl, that's a doctor. He a doctor, girl. But you showing up 3 hours late to a date, she wouldn't even be there still. You would never hear from her again. I don't know why why is that not said out loud?
A little bit, and
Also, a big topic, like I said, with the viewers who felt really divided when it came to how you were perceived. A lot of them said, nice guys finish last. And is that something that you've heard a lot in your...
However they will, but you have to...
Chris and I had conversations about that, right? Because, you know, some people in the comment section obviously just say reckless things. And one thing that he and I spoke about was people saying like, oh, you're a simp, or, you know, all of those ridiculous, disrespectful things without even context of who he is or how he is, just a couple minutes on camera. So, you know, but I get it, right? You know, you put yourself out there, you put your face out there, and you're kind of open for judgment. But Marcus, any things that you want to say, and you know, because I don't think you should defend yourself at all, because I think you know who you are, and we all know who you are. But anything you want to say when it comes down to the comment section and how people were viewing you?
Listen, I'll say it like this, y'all. I think a lot of people, it's easy to say things behind the screen when you're not living in it. You know, I love the audience. I love the people that watch. But when individuals attack individuals' character, who they are, you know, without knowing the full picture of who they are, you know, again, I get it. This
guys, Meet2Marry hosts, guys, you're not getting no grace on the internet, guys. You're not getting no sympathy on the internet. You know, I don't have any sympathy. You know, I tell people all the time, these folks sign up to be on this show. Folks sign up to be on them dating shows. These Pop the Balloon, these Meet2Marry. Y'all sign up for this. That's like somebody going on Real World, Road Rules, Big Brother, Love Island, Temptation Island, whatever the hell it is. It's reality TV. We knew since the beginning of time you could go on a show and the producers can edit the show to make you seem a certain way. What it happens day in and day out. You gotta know that. You gotta know when you come on a show like this, you putting your personal life and your personal business out there to strangers. That's why people always talk shit. I crack jokes, I do this. They be like, "Oh, Pindell, I know you ain't talking. But I remember that one time you told this." Guys, I'm not on the dating show. I know I'm reacting to it, so y'all try to throw me out there. Put my life like I'm on a dating show. Oh, Pindell, let's see you going to Pop the Balloon. I don't mean no disrespect by this, but I don't have to do that kind of stuff. I've never had to do that kind of stuff. Guys, I don't even remember the last time I was lonely. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. And that's why I had to tone. I was talking to my mom about that, and she said, listen, she said, some of the things you've done and lived and experienced, some people will never live or experience that. You know, so my reality is not everyone's reality. You know, if it's a lineup of everybody, if it's a lineup of 8 women and the finest woman on the lineup, her reality won't be the worst looking woman on the lineup reality. If there's a lineup of 10 guys, the best looking guy on the lineup, his reality won't be the reality of the worst looking guy on the reality. Shit, if it's a guy that's 6'5" on the lineup, his reality won't be the same as a guy that's 5'6". It's not the same. So sometimes me explaining, expressing some things, I'm like, damn, that shit probably come off a little crazy, sound a little weird, or a little wild, or like our old Pendel run the strict program. You know what I mean? This is ordinary stuff. This is ordinary stuff. You know, I have never, maybe, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I'm not going out on dates if I don't already know and feel like you like me. Like you're attracted to me. Like you are really attracted to me. We ain't gotta be hunching. We ain't gotta do nothing. But I want to know that you are definitely attracted to me and sexually attracted to me. I want to know that I turn you on. I'm not going out the house to see if you like me. Let me see if I can win you over. I don't live that life. I've never lived that life. But some men, that's their regular scheduled program. You know, I'm going to put my best foot forward and I'm going to try to wow her. You know, I'll still do that, but I already know that I wow you. I don't know how to break that down. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. And that's why I sit up here and it's comical. You know what I mean? Because I just be like, oh, no, I never do no shit like that. I would never do it. Nah. Good luck. And then I know the vibes. I know, you know what I'm saying? You know what's out there. If you do a little bit of research, you know the statistics and the percentage. Oh, everybody want to talk, man. Everybody want a man to make a bunch of buku bucks. Everybody wants somebody that's in shape or at least a big dog. You know, big linebacker, defensive end looking ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want a nice car. Gotta have our own home. No kids. All that stuff sound like simple I named, but that 5 or 6 things, a guy that got all of that in between the age of 20 and 40, and then he gotta be single. And then for most of y'all, if you only date black men, boy, we talking about 0.001%. But everybody act like those type of men is just everywhere. And then they gotta like you back. And the same with women. Fellas want a woman that's ain't been touched, that's low key, that's not outside, that's not in the streets, that ain't been in the club, that ain't been with a bunch of people in the city, that got natural hair, that got naturally fit, friendly and feminine, and perky this and big old yams and a flat stomach and all that. You ain't never bagged nothing like that. You gotta go on the hub to see something like that. That's the closest you gonna get. You never experienced nothing like that in your life. But you think today you gonna get it on a dating show. Oh, wait, I hope they got some baddies in there. You ain't never had a baddie. But today you think this your day? You wouldn't know what to do with a baddie. You're not even confident enough for that. You know? Your girl sitting next to you and she open her DMs up and she starts showing, look who DM me. Your favorite athletes all in her DMs. Y'all ain't experienced nothing like that before. Y'all ain't never experienced something like that before. You in the club or at a restaurant with your girl, niggas pulling you aside, be like, hey, bro, you got the baddest one in here. That ain't nothing but a guy telling you, I will hunt your girl in a respectful manner. Hey, boy, you got the baddest one in here, boy, I ain't gonna hold you. Nigga dap you up. You getting multiple daps from strangers. Hey, boy, you got the baddest one in here. And they already tried to probably get that eye contact with her, look at her, she ignoring her. So not only you got the baddest one in there, but she loyal. Most men will never experience that in their life. You got the bad. Hey, they telling you got the baddest one in there. Then she pulling you aside and be like, I never been with a guy before. When I walked in the room, everybody looking at him. Normally everybody just look at me. I say, hey, baby, just sit back, baby. It's a movie in here tonight, baby. They ain't hating. They just watching a movie. You know what I mean? This is a feature film. You know, they watching a movie. This shit 5K tonight. This is clarity. We look better in person. They never experienced nothing like that before in their life.
Show portrays parts of them, but you know, to come at me, any of the other cast members, in a false pretense, you know, it does hurt, right? Like that's just not who I am. But again, as Mingo stated, like we understood that this was going to be a door open to us.
Yeah.
When we started shooting, so
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I can get mad. You know, there's a few.
And Marcus, you got to understand, you're a man. So what does that mean? You're a black man too. I was not really about to feel sorry for you, fam. You know, Miss Davis came to your rescue when she was explaining it. It was a little murky. We couldn't identify what it was. It was making you seem like you were a terrible human being. She came to your defense a little bit. You know what I mean? But ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. You know? And even if you get a little sad and get a little upset, I mean, somebody said some shit to me today. I had to say that shit. I said, boy, this is a morning motivation. What this man said? It was a tweet. I mean, it was a TikTok. Let me load up. This man said, listen to this right here. Listen to this right here.
Care how hard it get in life. My ancestors had it harder. Yo, not hell no, I ain't gonna let go.
No matter how hard it get in life, that's how our ancestors had it harder. What they do? Oh, you had a rough day. I'm feeling sad. Am I depressed? Am I down in the dumps? Pendel, whip-de-doo, Pendel. Boy, your grandmama had it harder than that. Both of your grandmothers had it harder than that. They were dogs. Both of my grandmothers dogs. I don't know how they did it. Degrees, nursing, running a whole damn orphanage home, bringing 6-7 kids home to our home for Thanksgiving and feeding them, and we playing video games with them and vibing. Leading Bible study in church every Sunday. Grandma, how you pulled this off? How did you do this? How did you do this? Dogs. Never seen them down. Never seen them cry. Never seen them hurting. Dogs. And I'm supposed to sit around and feel sorry for myself and come my own like me. Man, fuck it. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. I'm getting in here working. Pendel, you don't sit up and you don't do shit, but sit up here with your green screen talking to strangers all day. What do you do? I'm having fun. What do you do?
I responded to, but at the end of the day, I was on the show, right? I was on the show,
Right.
And
I'm gonna make this
you know,
live now.
I went through those emotions.
I'm yapping too much. We live,
and
baby.
you know, at the end of the day, I can say that I made it through it. You know, a better me, and I appreciate everybody, the positive and the negative. Yeah. And I'm not going to allow, you know, comments to stop my growth. And
is that a condom?
Put me down. I'm just going to use it to push me forward.
What you guys going on with that big ass condom? What is that?
To stop my growth.
Bruh, something wrong with this girl, man. I love it though. She just be doing the most randomest shit, man. Why is you twisting that hair band in that? Look.
And the negative. And I'm not going to allow, you know, comments to stop my growth. And put me down. I'm just going to use it to push me forward.
Right. And I think that could go across the board between everybody that's on the camera now.
Don't be talking across the board, man. There's rules to that space shit.
Including myself. Like, people always got something negative to say. It's just part of like what it is. Some people get more backlash than others, but I think when you put yourself out there, think about it. Like I always say this, how many people love Beyonce in this world? But then you'll see how many negative comments she'll get as well, right? It's just part of putting yourself out there. It's part of being in this industry. So, I mean, but you know, you have to learn from it. At first, it used to hurt me too. I used to be.
How Beyonce got into this? Beyonce probably like, man, don't put me in this shit.
Like, yo, what the hell? I used to only attack the people that said something negative about me, and then I'll have all these positive comments about what I was doing.
Amen.
And I would ignore those positive comments to only address the negative. And I realized, like, why am I doing that? Why am I not talking to the people that are saying the positive stuff about me?
Exactly.
Because they're the ones that's my audience. So, you know, yeah, I had to learn from that as well. So, you know, that's kind of how it goes. I know because even Tamara and Professor, both of y'all got negative comments on both ends as well. Along with Kendra, like it was kind of brutal. But anything y'all want to say about that as well, between Tamara and Professor?
I'm choosing my words very carefully. If it extends past comments, I'm just gonna say to the audience, if it goes past comments, you're doing too much. People are watching us on a show
What's past
that we
comments?
came on in good faith, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent, what you felt about us. If it extends past the comment section, it's doing too much.
What does that mean?
And I say that because I literally had.
She breaking up.
Tamara, you're breaking up.
She
You're breaking
underwater.
up.
She underwater.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I'll be honest, I can't hear anything.
Kendra, if you can't hear, drop and come right back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come
Tamara,
on,
I couldn't hear what she was saying, so
I think she tried to get back on.
she'll come back on. Professor, in that interim, you want to say anything? Because
Marcus, you said you gonna be gone by now. Yeah, ass ain't going nowhere.
you got a lot of negative as well.
Hey man, hey, if you know, if you don't have negative, it don't make the positive seem as good. You know, I expected to see the negative. It is what it is. I've been doing YouTube for close to 2 years now. I stay out of the comments for the most part. People are allowed to have their own opinions and to create their own narratives of you, and that's fine. I have no issues with that. So you know, say what you need to say. You know, I don't know you. You don't know me. At the end of the day, it is what it is, and say what you need to say. Because at the end of the day, I enjoy the engagement. It's good for the show. It means I left in some sort of impression, whether good, bad, or indifferent, with the audience that's watching. So at the end of the day, you know, they can create whatever narrative they want. It is what it is. Like I said, I've been doing this for over 2 years, so it's not like I'm new to negative comments. So, yeah, that's what I had to say on that.
Okay. I can respect that. We can hear you, but you sound super glitchy.
Cool, me?
No, I heard everything you said, Professor.
Okay.
I'm talking, Tamara. And Kendra, could you hear everything now? Kendra, you there? You can hear?
I don't think she can hear still.
Yeah.
Is anybody talking? Can y'all hear me?
We are.
Well, I can't hear you though. I see you moving your head, but I can't hear you. I don't understand what's happening. Hold on.
It's probably your output. It's probably your outputs on your speaker. That's probably why. I don't know if you can hear this, but that's likely why. Tamara, you there? You can hear? My wife is in the building. Shout out to Dion. Kendra, you can hear?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, I can hear Kendra now.
I disconnected from my Wi-Fi. That's what I did.
She couldn't hear us. Yeah. All right, and
Now I can't hear nobody. God dog, what Mingo didn't do?
What's going on with y'all?
I disconnected from my Wi-Fi.
I think Tamara's in the car. You know what I'm saying? My boy said y'all Wi-Fi good.
That's why I waited. That's why I waited till I got home.
That boy Tone always talking shit. Tone.
You know what I'm saying? My boy said y'all Wi-Fi good.
That's why I waited. That's why I waited till I got home to say anything, because I was like, I'm in the car.
You know what? I'm gonna play a little bit more of the show to have some unfinished. It's all up to y'all. You know, part of the game. So we'll talk about no prep. Let's continue, and we'll.
Also, you had your axe throwing date that we all got to watch, and one word, Kendra, that you mentioned was,
of course, it left the. Let's talk about it. I don't know.
Public.
Okay.
So let's talk about that, guys. Let's talk about it. I don't know how much y'all want to dig into that, but
they don't.
Of course,
look at her face.
It left the audience kind of like, what's going on? I think.
Look at her face.
I think it left people in a way feeling like Marcus did something harmful to you to some degree, Kendra, and you know, for Marcus trying to his best to clean it up. And I think also Kendra got a lot of backlash on it because people kind of felt like, well, you know, is there any truth to what you're saying? So I don't know how much I want to dive into this, but feel free.
Who's first?
When I said that, I was trying to find the appropriate words, and as you continue on, you're going to see that I tried to like correct myself. Did he put me in a circumstance that made me feel uncomfortable to a certain degree? And that's where the backlash came from. You had all the ability to leave. You could have did this. You could have did that in the third. But when you are invited to one particular event, and that is the whole thought process of the event, and then it turns into something else, it's like, was this planned? Was this the intention of what was happened? And then
when you was invited to an event and it turned into something else. What y'all went to one of them lingerie parties that turned into a sex party? Y'all been to one of those, they sell lingerie and the toys, and then it turned into a little freak off afterwards. But some people just go to the room and get a little overly freaked out. I ain't never been to. I've been in a couple of them joints like way back in the day. I said, "Oh, these ain't for me. This like a minor swinger party." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, man. I thought this was a little pregame vibe. I'm good with the look with everybody just being freaky. I'm a hopeless romantic."
I wasn't asked if I was going to be okay with it. So it's not.
Oh, he said no. Look,
Not about me.
He said shit. He said yes, you were.
And that is the third. But when
Look.
you are invited to one particular event, and that is the whole thought process of the event, and then it turns into something else, it's like, was this planned?
Did you pray? You brought me to the
Was
freak
this
off
the
on
intention
purpose?
of what was happened? And then I wasn't asked if I was going to be okay with it. So it's not about me. Oh, you had all the ability to leave. I was having a fun time. Don't get me wrong. I was having a blast. I was having a fantastic time. It was a party of people. It was his frat brothers. It was a lot of people involved. There was kids involved. The kids left. The people with the kids left.
I knew it. I knew it. She threw the frat in there, man. Frat, you gotta clean this up, man. Why'd you not? You gotta clean this up. It was a frat party. It was families there, but then the kids went home. Something wrong
And
with
then,
Pendel.
mind you, there's alcohol involved. So with alcohol involved, I'm not driving my car when there's alcohol involved.
Okay.
I'm not driving my vehicle.
Okay.
Okay. I have had experiences in the past where I would get behind the wheel after I was drinking and things happen. And I refuse to do that. I'm an adult. I'm not doing that. No.
Okay, so you're not doing that. So if he did it, you're gonna look at him like, "Oh, are you okay to drive? I need give me your keys. Where you going with this? Take Uber."
More. I'm not going to leave an environment when I've been drinking. Period.
You're not gonna leave the environment when you've been drinking. So what you gonna do? Stay stuck? You gonna spend the night? You got overnight bag?
That's just hands down. You could have got an Uber. That means my car is going to be left at this strange man's house. I don't know this person. I'm only here because of Marcus.
Man.
I'm not going to leave my personal property at a strange house that I barely know the address to because I literally just followed the GPS directions to get there.
Man, come on, man. You followed the GPS because it was text to you. You got the Addy. You know what his car at. We grown. And you military background. Stop it, man.
Came to a cookout. I came to this type of environment and it turned into something else. For me,
what that cookout turned into?
It was like, was this planned? So when I said my trust was compromised, I didn't feel safe. That's what I meant. And I don't know. That was the first time like me and him were actually like meeting up and like.
Hold on, y'all. Hey Wesley, yo, I'm recording, yo. What you doing Saturday?
This Saturday.
All right, hold on. Don't tell me because I'm recording right now. Check your DM. Check your TikTok DM. I sent you a couple of joints. Let me know what you think about that. Pause. All right, bet.
Like saying, hey, like let's try to see each other in person, and that's my first impression. So for me, it's like this is insane. So it's like, okay, like I don't have anything else to go from. My first impression was this hyper sexual environment.
Oh shit! Damn, and she said it was frat, and it was a hypersexual environment. Damn. Hypersexual environment. She got uncomfortable. So right now, everybody freaky frogs. The nutty professor freaked out. Marcus, you took her to a freak off allegedly. Charlotte. What they call y'all, the Queen City, Chocolate City, the Temptations. Charlotte, y'all freaked out. Y'all should have just went to tattoos and boobs and had a freak off. Damn, what a time. Freaky ass Charlotte, man.
And I'm supposed to believe that this was not planned. Like I don't know him. I don't know him from a grain of salt. I just met you. I'm thinking that it's an innocent cookout. It's something innocent. It had nothing like that to be involved, right? And then it turns into something else. Regardless of, I know the comments. Someone sent me the screenshots of Marcus because I didn't see the comments that Marcus had even said. I didn't even know he even said anything on the post. So I got somebody sent me the screenshots and I'm reading what he said and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
Damn, somebody sent you the screenshots. So he took you to a freak off. Charlotte, y'all so freaked out. Y'all with the tattoos and booze. Y'all should have went to Cameo. Cameo still open. Cameo still open. Pindell. Should have took you up on a ride uptown. Y'all ain't been the same since y'all lost the Civic Center. Whatever the hell it's called. Damn.
Marcus had even said. I didn't even know he even said anything on the post. So I got somebody sent me the screenshots and I'm reading what he said and I'm just like,
damn.
Wow. The screenshots of Marcus because I didn't see the turn to something else. Regardless of, I know the comments. Someone sent me the screenshots of Marcus because I didn't see the comments that Marcus had even said. I didn't even know he even said anything on the post. So I got somebody sent me the screenshots and I'm reading what he said and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. And I'm not.
Somebody sent you the screenshots.
I'm not going to disagree with what he said because did I do what he said? Yes. But the whole purpose of me saying what I said was the consent of me saying, hey, this is what the night was going to be like. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Are you okay with that? That is what I was like, this is not where I felt comfortable with. Regardless of if me being involved, I never had the option of declining in the first place. And that's why me and Marcus kept going back and forth because he's like, that wasn't the intention of the night. That wasn't the intention. And then his apology to me was, I apologize for how the night made you feel, but I don't apologize for the night. And I'm just like, that's not an apology. And that's where me and him started going back and forth. And that's where the whole miscommunication comes into place. Because he says one thing, I'm thinking another. And it's like, now you got people attacking me that weren't even there, that don't even know the situation. They don't even know what happened. They just know the brief information of what he said, the brief information of what she said. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, when you go to a cookout, you expect to meet people, food,
eat a hot dog or eat a glizzy.
So for anything extra to happen after that, it's kind of like,
she's expecting to eat a glizzy. Marcus them had some other glizzy.
What did I get myself into? Like this isn't what I decided to agree to show up to.
Damn.
So that was my whole point.
So just before Marcus goes, real quick, the question I would have for
not her taking a drink after that.
What if y'all went to a party? Because for those that's confused in the audience, they went off camera, of course, to a party, and at this party, it was just a regular cookout. The cookout turned sexual to nature, to some degree.
Yeah, shit, tennis. Which I had scrumpus.
You know, I don't believe it was everybody in the cookout or everybody that was there, from what I'm understanding. And but I don't know. I wasn't there. But from what I heard. So what it sounds like, it got sexual. And
damn, y'all, Fred, y'all freaked out in Charlotte.
Yeah, and from what it sounds like was that you yourself.
Who was over there with y'all? Who all finna be there? Y'all had the K's over there, the Deltas over the Rose over there, who the Zeta Pi Beta? Who was over there? Oh, y'all had the regular civilians over there? Who y'all had over there? What time was around? What time was this?
Well, did Marcus plan this? And if I'm correct. But what if he didn't plan it though? And what if it was just something that happened?
That was the first time that I met him, so I have nothing else to grasp from. I have nothing else to go off of.
What is he doing?
So think about it from my perspective as a woman. That this is a frat party. Like this is like his frat brothers are here.
Damn. And this, like I said, this is my. So he trying to cut that out because this is a frat party. His frat brothers are here. That's the type of stuff that will get this balled up and get a letter sent up north. All my Greeks know what up north mean. Get that letter sent up north, upstate. And then they send your ass a cease and desist. They'll tell you that, hey, don't worry them letters. They'll put your ass on suspension. They'll do they say they doing an investigation. They'll get you him. That'll hem you up. That'll get your letters hijacked from you. That'll get your letters hijacked from you. Shit, she paying this shit up. This shit sound crazy. It could be a lawsuit. Golly.
Go off of.
And that's why he like, because he know once that organization get mentioned, that'll get you cooked. And you got on prayer right now too.
So think about it from my perspective as a woman. That this is a frat party. Like this is like his frat brothers are here. And this, like I said, this is just my perspective. I'm not
I said, no, don't do that.
blaming anything hard.
No.
Like, this is like his frat brothers are here. And this, like I said, this is just my perspective. I'm not blaming anything, but
No.
this is just my perspective. Going to college, being around different college people, like those are the parties that they would do. And like, I'm not.
Man, I knew another organization. They threw a party. A girl that was kind of known for having a good time ended up having a good time, or overly good time at that party, and shirt was off, wilding out, having fun. Then she sobered up, everybody, and then found out everybody knew and got embarrassed. Ended up transferring and then doubled back and sued. And when these organizations get sued, they don't just sue the organization at the school. They sue the whole organization. They gotta go when people sue, they gotta go up to who got the money. You know what I mean? So like say it's somebody that's driving a FedEx truck run into you. You don't sue that FedEx man that's driving the truck. He ain't got no money. You go sue FedEx. Say you at Target and one of the employees clock you upside your head. You don't sue that employee. You sue Target. You got to go up. You got to level up. You know what I'm saying? It's shit. I remember I had a homeboy that was running and the slab was missing on the sidewalk. With no sign, no nothing. He stepped in the slab, broke his ankle, had to get surgery. That bitch sued the city and won. Took a long time. But he won. They gonna go to the top dogs, man.
I'm not saying anything, but from my perspective,
Man,
people like those are the parties that they anything. But this is just my perspective.
Let me see it one more time.
And this, like I said, this is just my perspective. This is a frat party. Like this is like his frat brothers are here. And this, like I said, this is just my perspective. I'm not blaming anything.
She don't care.
But this is just my perspective. Going to college, being around different college people, like those are the parties that they would do. And like I'm not saying anything, but from my perspective, that was my mentality.
Is this I hope this is the alum? They still around the children?
So I had nothing else to go off of, especially with that being our first initial interaction with each other after just having phone calls and text messages back and forth. That's the first time I met you in person, and that's the first impression that I have. What else do I have to go off of?
Damn.
Okay, Marcus, what do you have to say about everything?
Marcus.
So, first of all, I want to make it very clear. I invited you to the cookout. Now, again, yes. Once the cookout ended, several people stayed. Some of us stayed to clean up. Right? Once we got finished cleaning up.
See, that's what the story, you scared. You scared to say what you want to say. You trying to dress this up. I know when somebody trying to dress it up and trying to think and say things that not going to incriminate them or make things look crazy. Say it, brother. It's already crazy.
Several people stayed. Some of us stayed to clean up.
And this is when it's about to get murky.
Right. Once we got finished cleaning up and we sat down somewhere and we started talking and that transition happened, not only did I ask you, were you okay? But somebody asked you something and you agreed to it.
Oh, freaky dicky sneaky freakiness! Knew it! And sometimes that happens, fellas. Somebody having a little bit too much fun, they're having a little bit too much to drink, and then something happens, you know what I mean, while they out here turning up, and then they sober up, and now they feel upset, mad, betrayed, taken advantage of. You know what I mean? It could be you gotta be careful. It could be their whole idea. You know, why you don't, let's get drunk. Let's have some drinks. I want to have some drinks so you can take advantage of me. What? I told y'all this story before. I had like the girl. I'm like, yo, I told her homegirl, yo, put me down with your homegirl. I was like, yo, I said, man, and then I'm like, oh, how everything going such a, man, we hung out, but you know what I'm saying? She ain't really feeling me like that. You feel me? She ain't really feeling me like that. We hung out, went to the little beach or something. She gonna say, oh, you just gotta get her drunk. What? Ew. No, I'm not getting nobody drunk to like me. Like you going to jail. You going to jail, first of all. You going to prison. FBI, open up! No, thank you.
So
somebody asked you something and You okay?
Say it again.
Not only did I ask you, were you okay? But somebody asked you something.
And that was a woman, probably. That was a woman.
And you agreed to it.
So to piggyback off of that, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I had an experience that I have never experienced in my entire life.
But hold on. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. No, I'll let you talk.
Oh, Marcus over the bullshit. Yeah. Welcome back, Marcus. Marky Mark.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Live.
But hold on. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. No, I'll let you talk.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
For you to sit here and say that I did not try to make sure you were safe.
She dipped.
For you to sit here and say that I did not try to make sure you were safe, or that you were not asked, is ludicrous. Not only do I have proof that I asked,
I told you.
But
I told you he had that proof on that big ass the cellular device. He was holding that big ass phone, that big XXX phone. He was holding that bit up.
Admitted to me not putting you in a situation and such, which I could play right now. Because what I don't appreciate is when I stood up for you and you on your platform called me a pedophile.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She hit you with that. Say Drake. Oh my God. Hey, once somebody put that coat on you, they put that jacket on you, ain't really no coming back from it. Sam. Called you the PDF. Can't too many people get away with that. You gotta have some money or be white. You know what I'm saying? We still ain't got the Epstein files. You black, you not getting away with it. You gonna have some money. Them boys was really island hopping back then. Ain't nobody in jail. Diddy in jail right now. R. Kelly ass in jail right now. Rightfully so now. But ain't none of them boys that was island hopping in jail. They need to be under everybody. Celebs, Democrats, Republicans, independents, co-defendants. They need to be locked up. Nobody in jail. They doing whatever they want around here in America. It's crazy.
And all these negative things, and then try to say now I'm all this. It's ridiculous.
Called you a pedophile. What she call you?
And you on your platform called me a pedophile. And all these negative things, and then try to say now.
You got to understand what he's saying right now to her and talking to her, and she's not even acknowledging him. This is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? This is dangerous. That's a dangerous word to call somebody, especially without the facts. And just to throw that word around like that is nuts. That's nuts. People go to prison for life for that. That's career, season, life, and that's nuts. And look how she looking, checking her nails. See, that's scary though.
On your platform called me a pedophile. And all these negative things, and then try to say now I'm all this. It's ridiculous. And you say that you are for a man's mental health.
Don't pull that in.
No, because you brought my frat into it.
Oh man, I forgot to breathe. Where you pointing to? Where you went with that? Where you went? You brung that frat into it. She know what she was doing with that too. Damn. But yeah, you can't be for men's mental health and say something like that, man. Especially if it ain't true.
You brought this. It's ridiculous.
I want a cookie or something.
And you say that you are for a man's mental health.
Don't pull that in.
No, because you brought my frat into it. You brought my frat into it. So I'm bringing, no. Right. We don't get to play those games.
That's fine.
Because you have to take accountability for what you decided to do. And again, okay, you live 15 minutes from that property that we were on.
That bitch looked it up.
15 minutes. Oh, yeah, we Googled it. We talked about it. So what I want to make it very clear.
And now, Mark, this is how you supposed to have standing up for yourself during a reunion, fam. All jokes and kikiing aside, I know y'all watching this shit because y'all be in the comments. This is how you should have stood up for yourself, fam. When you sat at that little ass black cafeteria table. They put y'all on 4 cafeteria tables together, 4 elementary school cafeteria tables, and you didn't stand up for yourself. You can't do that, man. I know you like her. I know you wanted it to work out. You know what I mean? You still got some little a glimpse of hope in your eye or had. But, man, you got to clear that shit. You got to clear it up. I don't give a damn. I love to clear it up. Let's clear it up. Let's clear the air. Let's put all the cards on the table. Don't put a little bit on the table. Let's put all the cards on the table. Oh, well, you did this, and you did to me, and you did again, and I told you not to do this. Man, what is you talking about, man? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know, like, stop it. Then I'm coming with the cold hard facts. I'm dropping them facts. Man, what is you talking about?
Is that Marcus he did his best to make sure that, one, he made sure you were okay, and he asked questions, which you said I didn't, but I did. Which you said there were a few things that you did not mention or you had incorrectly said, which we cleared that up during conversation. But again, I'm not here to bash. I'm not here for us to go back and forth. But what I'm not going to sit here and allow is for this picture of me to be painted as if I was a pedophile. And you talk about you were wild at me posting what happened on Instagram when you on your stories called me a pedophile, saying all these negative things about me when I stood up for you. That is what hurts me the most. No, Kendra, I don't want to hear it right now. Because
she for men's mental health. That's why I say even in the relationship stuff, when they be talking about their exes and ex-husbands and exes, or when guys be talking about exes and ex-wives and all this shit, it's 3 sides to every story, fam. It's his side, her side, and the truth. Everybody got to come on here and play victim and act like, I just wish somebody would have communicated and did this. Man, I don't believe none of that. Sometimes people talk, I listen. I'm like, oh, for real? Damn, what? No, for real? Why you ain't say that? That's crazy. I can't believe that. You lying. You know what I mean? That's my go-to punchlines right there. But I don't give a damn about none of that, man. I will be telling you the half the truth. Don't tell you the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, he used to rough me up and did it good. One time he put me in the headlock. Man, you ain't tell me you pulled a knife on him. You ain't tell me you choked him. You was choking him out in his sleep and he woke up like he be telling you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he pushed me. Yeah, you ain't tell me you threw paint on his car. Man. Oh, well, does it matter? Oh, no, it don't. You right. I met one of my homeboys. One of my homeboys told me how he's like, man, yeah, she crazy, man. You gotta watch her for her. She crazy. And then she was only crazy because he was a repeated cheater. He just keep cheating. I'm like, that bitch, you the reason why she crazy. I don't know why she don't leave ass, but it's you.
Because at the end of the day, you hurt me. No, Kendra, I don't want to hear it right now.
She ain't trying to talk.
Because at the end of the day, you hurt me more than I hurt you. Because I stood up for you. When you was down or needed me, I was there. And you could call me for anything. That hurt me. To think that my Karen Hart,
she don't care,
would get turned.
She don't care. She don't care. And you gotta think about how much opening up he doing and all this venting he doing. I couldn't even if somebody did that to me like that, I couldn't even tell y'all no shit like this on the internet. I can't be on the internet pointing the finger at my laptop and shit. You hurt me, Kendra. I can't be on my laptop pointing at my iPhone 15 like that. Can't be doing all that shit at the house. I just gotta chalk that L up. I'm gonna clear my name, but then I chalk it up. That's it.
That hurt me. To think that my Karen Hart would try to get turned against me like that.
Man, that lady
And
don't care
just
about
so
you.
everybody can hear it,
Uh-huh.
you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone because it's like this. I got everything that's gonna protect me in every way. Because I again stood up. I stood up for what was right, even though yes, that night was not planned by me. That night I was not. That was not something that I would have brought you in willingly.
What the hell you doing there anyway?
But for you to continue a show with me, for me for us to still hang out after shoots, to still
After the shoots.
talk and all this stuff, if I put that kind of you in that kind of environment, it's just I just can't understand it.
Who the second person asked who she was okay and what she did with them?
You want to know what I can't understand?
What?
Is why on earth, the only reason why I opened my big mouth and started talking crap like I did was because.
So she about to not listen to nothing he said, and what she gonna do right now is say, you know what, I don't understand. Why did you even open the can of worms and let people know what I was talking about or what kind of party or any of this stuff that happened? Why did you even do that? She gonna blame him. She's like, you made me come out and talk about it, but why you call that man a PDF? I think you really popped all this off during the initial dating period when you was like, oh, something was said to me or something was uncomfortable. And then everybody was like, what? When the hell was this happen? We seen all the dates. He ain't never say nothing. That's when it's really popped off.
I'm over here trying to reconnect and try to understand why my producer has pulled away from me. And apparently somebody has been telling Mingo that I've been talking crap about him. I reached out to everybody, at least all the.
Oh, now her life falling apart. A producer, something, she has something going on. Man, this is irrelevant, man. You moving the goalposts. We don't care nothing about that, fam. Lock in on this topic. Y'all be moving the fucking goalpost like this. Like, you gotta go Chuck E. Cheese and that basketball hoop be moving back and forth. You fucking around trying to shoot. Swish. Three. That shit moving like this and it's moving backwards. Motherfucker moving like this. How the hell I'm gonna hit a shot? We don't stop moving the goalposts, man. Damn.
Reconnect and try to understand crap like I did was because I'm over here trying to reconnect and try to understand why my producer has pulled away from me. And apparently somebody has been telling Mingo that I've been talking crap about him. I reached out to everybody, at least all the girls, at least. And I was asking questions like, who's talking shit? Who's talking bullcrap? Who's talking this? Who's talking this? And saying these things about my producer when my producer has my career of what I'm trying to do for my life in my hand.
So now you made this about you. You call this man a PDF and you want to talk about your career and your producer. We don't care about that career. I don't care what you're trying to produce or what you're trying to do. Lock in on the subject. Mr. GMT, Mr. Good Morning Tonight. You need to you gotta get this thing back on. You let this thing go all over the place.
Two and two together. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, is he really sitting there talking bad and saying and spreading lies to my producer?
Put them biddies up. Put them biddies all the way up. We ain't even on that right now.
About like, is he really sitting there talking bad and saying and spreading lies to my producer about what had happened or about what I have said or about what I have said? And that's what set me off, because if you look at my social media, Marcus, everything that had happened.
You blocked me, remember?
If whatever. If anybody looks at my social media over the past year, because this happened over a year ago.
Why you block my dog?
I didn't say anything on Threads, on Instagram.
Why you block my dog? Damn, you blocked my dog.
Didn't post anything about it. All I did was go on a date with the girl that was involved. We talked about it. She apologized.
All I did was go on a date with the girl that was involved. So that had to be the girl that asked her was she okay as well. And then she said the girl apologized for it. Something happened, guys. I'm trying to tell you something. You get in the moment, have a couple of them drinks, start feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff happened. Then you be like, oh my God, I ruined my celibacy journey. Oh my God, I said I wasn't going to be with women anymore. And that slip up happening, and now you mad. You know what I mean? You still want your celibacy journey to count. So you thinking, if I could chalk this up as something I ain't want, then this should give me a get out of jail free card for my journey to continue.
All I did was go on a date with the girl that was involved. We talked about it. She apologized to me. She sent me messages and apologized to me.
For what? Apologize
for what?
To
clarify some things.
Y'all lie. Y'all don't want to tell the whole truth. She said she apologized, trying to clarify some things. What kind of things?
That she says the consent is a big major thing in her life, and she apologized.
Consent is a big major thing. So what would she need consent for? You freaky frogs, you. You freaky, deaky, weaky, sneaky frogs, you.
She doesn't know what anybody else's intentions were for that night, but she apologizes because of what she had going on. So I got that apology from her in that aspect, and that's understandable. But the thing that I've talked to you about multiple times, Marcus, was I apologize for the night, but I apologize for how the night made you feel, but I don't apologize for the night. So that is the apology that I had received from you, and we talked about it multiple times, and you said the same thing. What you're about to say now, that's not what I said as an apology. I never apologized like that. Why do I have that in my mind? Because I know we were on the phone when you said that to me.
You had it in your mind. You were sitting across from me too, but you were sitting on my lap.
I need it. I need it. I need it.
Let's get freaky.
I need it.
Baby. Let's get freaky.
I need it.
Let's get freaky. Let's get freaky, baby.
Damn. You sitting on that lap. You sitting on that lap. She was sitting on that. Y'all went over there to eat the glizzies. You end up sitting on it.
That to me.
You had it in your mind. You were sitting across from me too, but you were sitting on my lap.
I don't remember that. So
yo, that gotta be a meme right there. But you sitting on my lap. I don't remember that. That gotta be a meme.
Across from me too, but you were sitting on my lap.
I don't remember that. So
No. We don't need you jumping right now. Let this ride out.
and I'll say this.
Again,
I'll say
listen,
this
we're not
real
gonna go
quick.
back-
I'll
we're
say
not
this.
about to
No,
go
I'll
back
say
and
this
forth.
real quick.
Go back.
I'll say this real quick. There was a lot of alcohol involved.
I told you. Blame it on the goose. Got you feeling loose. Guys, I have drunk a whole bottle of Hennessy by myself. And I'm not saying that she lying. I'm not, everybody's tolerance is different. But I have drunk a whole, hold on. Where my shit at? Hold on, cuz. Hold on, yo. Y'all hold tight. I'm gonna show y'all this. Now listen to me. I'm not proud of this. You know, I'm not proud of this. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. But I have drunk one of these all by myself in one day. Probably not like 16 hours. Straight. I'm not proud of that. This is, how many liters is this? This is a 750. I have not, and I've done this more than once. I can take this back in a day and be fine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna remember what's going on. Even if that she was there for a game night or whatever the hell it was, they for a card game, a cookout. Even if you're there for 2 hours, that's not enough time for a lot of liquor to be involved. Unless they got you taking a shot every 10 minutes. And I did that before. I didn't play Never Have I Ever on YouTube with two young ladies with 10 fingers up, and I lost the game and I had to take 10 shots. And then the ladies took 7 or 8 shots too. The video wasn't over an hour, so that's 8 shots minimum in an hour. Everybody know what the hell going on. No, I'm not saying nothing went on like that, but I'm just saying everybody remember what, you know what I'm saying? What nobody, I blacked out. Like, we gotta stop that, man. Now it's the alcohol.
There was a lot.
So that means it was some intimacy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was involved in it, but you know what I'm saying, the young lady was involved. I know that's right. All of that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, maybe going down. But that Pendell, you be always overly sexualized and everything, man. I can't even watch the content.
Of alcohol involved. There was a
Look
lot.
at him.
There was a lot of alcohol involved.
Here we go.
There was a lot. And I'm not blaming the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol.
Why you said it then?
I'm not blaming it on the alcohol. I'm blaming that on the ability for me to leave. Because I've had experiences with myself, which is why I have the car that I have now. I'm not about to sit here and get in the car behind a wheel. I don't care if it's 15 minutes, 5 minutes, where I don't care. I'm not driving. I'm not leaving my car anywhere where I don't feel comfortable leaving my vehicle. I don't know these people. I'm not leaving my car. I'm not doing that. We talked about that. And I said that, which is why I stayed.
And I told you.
And I was very clear with that.
Listen. It sounds to me like this, right? If you're in a compromise, if your safety is compromised, nothing else should matter, right? Like, this is how I look at it, and I'm gonna just speak on what I'm hearing now. If for any reason my safety is compromised, I don't care if my car is there. I don't care if my friends are there. I'm out. And they don't want to leave. I'm out. Like, we got to go. But the other thing too is in this situation, from what I'm gathering, what it sounds like there was alcohol involved. You guys were in high. Wait, maybe were you inebriated, Marcus? Were you drunk?
I was not drunk. I was tipsy, and at the time, when Kendra told me she was tipsy too.
I don't remember last. Hey man, you gotta stop, bro. I wasn't drunk. I had a couple of drinks. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you was tipsy. What the hell can you say? You can say I was. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling nice. If you had too much drink, you was almost drunk. You was like, oh, I was tight. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling nice. You know what I'm saying? I was vibing. I was chilling. I was feeling the drinks a bit. You know what I mean? I was a little. Hey, you drunk like that? I was a little tipsy. Hell no, I ain't saying no shit like that. I was a little tipsy.
I was not drunk. I was tipsy. And at the time, when Kendra told me she was tipsy too.
I got a little buzz. I
had 3 double shots. I was definitely
Kendra,
tipsy.
I had 3 double shots. Why? Why are you getting doubles of straight liquor 3 times? What was you trying to do? Is that you normally drink like that? I had 3 double shots. I don't know. I don't even know no woman that gonna drink like that. First time we meet. My first time hanging out, you gonna take 3 double shots? I hope you ain't throwing them whole back. I hope you sipping them. I don't know, fam. This is crazy. I hope you at least ate a glizzy or two to, you know what I'm saying, soak up some of that alcohol.
See, I was definitely feeling
Kendra, you was tipsy or drunk, like to the point of like.
I wasn't drunk. I was tipsy to the point where I knew that if y'all see how thick my glasses are. When I get in the car with contacts, when it's dark outside, people that have contacts and glasses, they understand what I'm talking about. The lights blow up times 10. They blow up. I have -11 vision. I am not supposed to, technically I'm not supposed to be driving when it gets dark, especially if I have glasses on, especially if I have contacts, and that's by my license, that's by the DMV. So I'm not supposed to be doing those things.
Not the DMV.
Which is why I don't like to go out and drink and drive. If I go out, I don't even go out.
I've witnessed you do it, so.
You witnessed me.
Liar! My detector test determined that was a lie.
That boy said, "I witnessed it." Now you turn him. Now you turn him. As soon as you mention the frat, you turn him into a snitch.
Those things.
Come
Which
on.
is why I don't like to go out and drink and drive. If I go out, I don't even go out.
I've witnessed you do it, so.
You witnessed me.
That's why
and
I
was
was saying,
5 minutes.
That's
from
why
my
I was
house.
saying
And I was in a familiar area.
Damn, I witnessed you do it. I was 5 minutes from my house, not 15, and I was in a familiar area. Man, y'all gotta stop lying, man. She just lied. And he said, I witnessed you do it. And then she said, oh, that's because I was 5 minutes from home. Y'all be moving the goalposts, man.
I didn't have the GPS to go home. So yes, I've done it multiple times. I've done it before by the bar that's right down the street from my house. That's 2 minutes down the street. Yeah.
Nah, I've done it multiple times. Damn.
Sure, I did drive. Absolutely. I've also walked from that bar too. Home. I've also walked from that bar.
You need to start drinking
too. But listen, again, I don't want to.
This
is what I'm saying, because I'm honestly over it. I've learned so much from you, and I appreciate the beginning and the now.
Lost?
I've grown to be able to say this. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at anything that was done. But what I won't tolerate is the negative things. And no, I've never talked bad about you. Mingo knows. Even though we've had conversations, I've never gossiped to him about anything in which you have done or said.
So
like
even in that instance, the thing that came back to me, Kendra, was more what you were saying. Like, I made the show. You did me a favor by being on the show. Things along those lines. That's what came back to me. And to me, when I hear those things, and I'm like, I had this show beforehand. I was going to have this show regardless.
Without
But those are the things that, and they came back to me through multiple people. And for me, I'm like, nah. And then it borderline where hearing you say things like, regarding things that we spoke about with the NDA, and potentially trying to do, or possibly being able to do things that can jeopardize the show, if that makes sense.
See what I'm saying? And that's why when she kept mentioning his organization, that's why he tried to cover his tracks and saying, I got proof. Because she's not going to hit him. She going to go up. I mentioned the lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? And then even with him hearing this, you know, they had an NDA. That's crazy work.
And for me, I have to fall back. Legally, I have to fall back. I spoke to my attorney on it. He's like, yo, fall back. He was like, you can, you know, when it pertains to the show, leave it there. That's it. No friendship, no talking, no nothing. So that's where I really fell back on when it came down to the jeopardy of the actual show, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. But
as far as you and Marcus goes, you know, like I said, this thing, I think it got dragged on, if that makes sense. Like it got, oh, sorry, Tamara. I think this thing got dragged on. It was a year ago.
I can't hear you.
We started filming June of last year. So all of this stuff happened so long ago, and it's sad that it's still kind of being brought up today as a thing. I would say I would like for it to be clear that Marcus, you know, because I just for me to hear, Kendra, you can hear me?
I can now.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying that, like, you know, as far as the whole thing goes between you and Marcus, is, you know, this thing happened a year ago. And when we look at it, his name was dragged. He was called a pedo and things like that. Regardless of whatever happened, that is very hard to put on a man. And it's you have a very large following on social media, and that following can.
Hey, yo, they are literally talking about calling this man a pedo. And this is a beyond serious conversation. And she's not even looking. She's just petting the cat. You know what I mean? It's just very telling. It kind of feel like it ain't all there upstairs.
It's list of whatever happened. That is very hard to put on a man.
And watch her yawn right here. Look.
And it's you.
Like, I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? And that's dangerous too. Y'all get in an argument, something at the house, something happened. She calling the law on you. Especially you black. Somebody call police on you, black. You got to wrap it up. Wrap the whole relationship up. Wrap it up. No contact after that. It's over.
Have a very large following on social media, and that following can basically make his name, you know, it can ruin his life. And
she has no care in the world.
And that's where I believe, and when he got wind of that, you said that those are the things that hurt him more than anything. I don't want to speak for you, Marcus, but I'm just speaking from what I observed.
And she says nothing. She's never denied calling him that. She's never said why she called him that. She's never apologized for calling him that. This is very telling, guys. It's kind of scary, too. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody, you know, she bubbly, smiling, a men's health advocate, and then you call that man a PDF online. Tried to end him.
So I don't know if Kendra, if you feel like you still stand 10 toes down on what you said about Marcus and how you feel about him, or if there's some form of reconciliation where we can move on and these things are like kind of put to bed.
Like I said, go ahead.
No, say what you gotta say.
No, like I said, I have gotten over the situation. I left it alone. When things got brought up and things were stated, I defended myself. And then when I heard that things were being said about me, instead of me suing or anything, it's like, listen, I don't mind saying what has to be said. But, you know, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Kendra. I'm not being disrespectful to anybody that was involved at the cookout, because again, that's their privacy. What happened there should have stayed there.
I'm not being involved with anything that happened at the cookout that's their privacy. What happened there should have stayed there. So she had too much to drink and hooked up with a girl and said, "Hey, I felt unsafe." Went to her family and friends, said he got me intoxicated. The girl jumped my bones. But then still was comfortable to go out and sit down with the girl afterwards and have a conversation and accept her apology. And because she says she's very big on consent. Whew. Whew, what a night, guys. And then the thing about a night like that, you know, that'll have you like, damn, yeah, hell yeah, damn, hell yeah. Because after you have a night like that, especially when we just met, ain't no turning back. Hey, you can't rewind the clock on the box. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's like having a one night stand and then, all right, we need to slow things down a bit. I just think we should moving too fast. I just want to be friends. Can we just? What's your favorite color? Man, what? We just ate each other down. What the hell is you talking about? My favorite color? You my favorite color. You my favorite color. You my favorite food. You my favorite thing to do. Like, what is you talking about?
At the cookout, because again, that's their privacy. What happened there should have stayed there. What happened, if it wasn't going to be told at all, it should have never been brought up. That's all I'm saying. Because again, if that was how you felt during the shooting, we should have stopped shooting. We should have stopped communicating. And be done with it. We could have moved on with life.
And you know the timeline of this, so I'm going to stop there.
Timeline. Timeline doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Marcus, if you would like to have a conversation after this,
No,
that's very common.
Nah, hell no. Marcus, you don't need to talk to her no more after this. You don't need to have no off the record conversations. You definitely don't need to meet with this person in person, ever. This is a situation waiting to happen, fam. You don't need to ever do that. This is rap.
I'm
And
good.
everything.
I'm good with us.
Exactly.
I'm good.
So like the reconciling, like Mingo just said, it's not going to happen. He doesn't want to talk.
You blocked me.
I blocked you off. I blocked you off social media. I didn't block your phone
You blocked
number.
my number too.
And that's that dumb shit too. I'm sorry. I blocked you on social media, not my number. I blocked you on everything except for WhatsApp. You could have emailed me. Like, what are we doing right now, fam? If you block me on everything, you talking about you still got my number? No, man. That's weird. I blocked you off of everything. You still got my number. That lets you know that, you know what I mean? She a little off right there, too. When I said it all the way in the beginning, when I started saying things, I said, everybody like, oh, Pendel, come on now, you being too mean. Come on, you doing this. Come on now. Look how all this panned out. Look how the Nutty Professor, TpindellTV panned out, Marcus panned out. Who we said was the best couple. Look, they still together.
I didn't block your number. I didn't block your number.
Well, it went green for me, so.
I didn't block your number. I blocked you off Instagram. I didn't block your phone number.
Man, block me.
I think a lot of this could be put to bed now. And when I say now, meaning that, if basically what I'm just saying is clearing the air that Marcus is not those things that you said. If you don't really feel that way, or if you were just saying it because you was upset and mad at him.
Oh, absolutely. I was pissed off. Absolutely. Because I'm trying to figure out where the negativity is coming from. So when people are reaching out to me and saying, hey, let's hang out outside of this, I said no, because I don't know who is talking crap and saying these things to my producer when my producer has my career of what I'm trying to do in his hands. So that is the craziest part that I have. And I already have trust issues. My mom has already mentioned to me I need to go to a trauma therapist.
Man, listen, you shouldn't have came on the show. If you got trust issues, why the hell you on a dating show? You not even healed yet. If you have trust issues and your mama say you got to go to a therapist, why you come on here polluting these Meet2Marry people? Why you come over here with all this ruckus and all this carrying on? You should have known you wasn't ready.
I need to go to trauma because of everything that I've been through in my life. It has nothing to do with this experience. I'm talking about my overall life. This doesn't help what I've already been through. This doesn't help. But
I think Tamara was about to say
why would I say certain things
Man, bless her
in
heart,
regards to
man.
it when I know that he literally has what I'm trying to do in the palm of his hands, and the plans that he has told me is literally in the palms of my hands in the back of my mind. So at the end of the day, I don't mind being held accountable. I don't mind any of that. Do I feel bad about saying what I said about Marcus? Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because when I made that post, I was with one of my homeboys, and he was like, "Don't post that. Don't post that." And I posted it anyway because I was pure rage, and I was
With one of your homeboys.
pissed because I'm just like, okay, I'm reaching out to these people.
So and this is another thing. This is another red flag. I was in pure rage and I was pissed. So in pure rage and being pissed off, I go on the internet and call you a pedophile? That's what I do? Do y'all know how crazy? So what else? What other level of lies would you go to when you're in pure rage to do something like that? Tamara DJ, please jump in, chime in. We need you. We would love to hear a story or some words of motivation, or some clarity words or something. Please jump into the conversation. What level of rage and hurt would you lie on someone and say such craziness?
And they're saying that, oh, I never said anything bad. I never said this. I never said that.
Pedophile. People go to jail for life for that. People go to prison for life for that. And then when you get in prison and they find out that's what you in there for, oh, you cooked. Pack it up.
I was like, okay, so now my trust is compromised everywhere. Everywhere. So when Tamara's sitting there saying, oh, we know each other on the show, we only know each other because we were filming. We don't know each other personally. We don't know each other in that aspect. We really don't.
Oh,
Can you hear me? First of all, hold on.
I can hear you.
Oh. Yes. This shit feel like Royal Rumble. And Tamara chiming in was the glass breaking because Stone Cold Steve Austin is hitting out the tunnel. Can you hear me? 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 Oh, it's about to go down. Damn.
We don't know. Tamara's sitting there saying, oh, we know each other on the show. We only know each other because we were.
Look.
So when Tamara's sitting there saying, oh, we know each other on the show, we only know each other because we were filming. We don't know each other personally. We don't know each other in that aspect. We really don't.
Can you hear me? First of all, hold on.
Each other personally. We don't know each other in that aspect. We really don't.
Damn, y'all was just girls and holding hands. And Tamara said, y'all my sisters. Y'all was just girls. Damn, tables turn. I just said y'all get new best friends every year. They was just sisters and girls. They was at that table and somebody said, my girlfriend. They cooked.
He got his ass cooked.
They're so
He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He
They're
got
so
cooked.
cooked. They're cooked, guys.
Can you hear me? First of all, hold on.
I can hear you.
Okay, Kendra, first of all, as we spoke on social media, I said to you, you know who you're talking to, okay? I've never done anything to you. And when all the women got together, we invited you out out of the kindness of our heart. We don't have nothing to do with none of this. You sent me a message on social media asking me, was I talking about you? I'm a grown woman.
So now she start to lose it and start to spiral. Life ain't going right. You know what I mean? The person that's holding your future think you talking trash about them. You think everybody's against you. It's like a movie when you don't know who to trust. You don't know who to trust. All because you had too much to drink and started scissor kicking. Allegedly. Y'all started knocking coochie bones. Just rubbing, just dry hump, rubbing it. And then you got that clarity, that post scissor clarity. Allegedly. My. You had fun that night too. That's the bad part. You wasn't supposed to have fun in front of that man. Now everybody, he know that about you. Can't take you serious. Baby, I brought you to a cookout and you started hunching. I brought you to a cookout, you started sizzling. I can't take you serious. We had fun. I can't take you seriously. I bring you to a cookout to get a burger, get a little hamburger, a little glizzy, and you leave up out of here lips to lips. Nah.
No reason to talk about you. There's nothing about you that I need to talk about. I invited you out out of the kindness of our heart. We don't have nothing to do with none of this. You sent me a message on social media asking me, was I talking about you? I'm a grown woman. I have no reason to talk about you.
Damn.
There's nothing about you that I need to talk about. All the women reached out to you in kindness and in love. You came back with some jabs. Everybody let it go. So
you were the only one that reached out to me to hang out. No one else reached out to me to hang out.
They're not going to, because you're acting like you acting. So why would they?
And now you lost the girls community. You lost the coalition. You lost the sisterhood. You put the brotherhood on blast, and you just lost the sisterhood. Marcus, you told us you had to leave 40 minutes ago. This is the shit I should have reacted to the first. This is the one. And this is what we need people to act like on a reunion. They don't do that because they face to face. They don't got the courage. They're not brave. They in the privacy of their own home on their devices. Now they comfortable. Now everybody wilding out. Now it's Royal Rumble.
Out. No one else reached out to me to hang out.
We're not going to, because you're acting like you acting. So why would they? And I was the one organizing the whole event. It was a whole spa day, all of that good stuff. I was the one who I was treating everybody. It was going to be a good time. But we're not breaking.
Why you ain't invite Marcus out to the spa day? She was treating everybody too. Damn. The auntie with the money, the fine auntie with the money.
I'm bringing everybody together for no drama, no chaos. So no, they're not gonna reach out to you if they ask me, hey Tamara, you just need to kiss me. I'm like, well, yeah, but when I did, she was like, well, you've been talking about me. Girl, no, it wasn't. And I told you I didn't have nothing to say about you. Now you know how it was said and what it was said, and there you have it. But everybody, we wanted to reach out to you in love and solidarity. That's all it was. Just good energy. Dang. Whatever you on, and that's on you. But it have nothing to do with me, and none of the other women either. We've all gotten together since then, had great times. It has nothing to do with none of that. That's a you thing. You carry that.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about? You want to respond to Tamara and what she said?
I don't really have anything to say, other than the fact that when she reached out to me saying that we were all gonna.
Nah, what y'all call? She just read you. She gave you a read.
Hang out and do this, that, and the third. It was like a secondhand invitation more so. So like that's why I was like, okay, I don't want to be invited if you guys don't really want me to be there. That's okay, and that's fine, because like I mentioned.
And I forgot too, the other lady that was sitting at the table with them with the locks, that's her. She was on Arlette channel too. Look. She was on there too. She ain't get no match on there either. You know what I mean? Your damn standards. The standards you might have to, I ain't saying lower the standards, but reevaluate the standards. You know what I'm saying? You went to the Arizona joint, you came on this joint, matchless. Matchbox 20.
Before we know each other, but we know each other surface level. I think Tamara, myself, and Aaliyah hung out once after filming. We never hung out more times after that. We never hung out outside of filming. So I don't want anybody to sit there and think that, oh, we know each other like that. We really don't know each other like that. We follow each other on social media. We hung out once after filming.
And they about to unfollow your ass after this, so just know you're done.
And we said our goodbyes. We said, hey, and this, that, and the third, and that's okay. The reality is we really don't know each other like that.
Hence the reason why we're all going to Valentine Resort to have a great time. How is it a secondhand invitation when someone's telling you, I'm inviting you, I'm footing the bill, it's going to be a whole key, it's going to be a whole time, and I get bought back with, I get negativity back. Sweetie, at the end of the day, you don't want to go, you don't want to go. I'm not spending.
Yeah, that's facts though. That's facts. If you spending your bread and paying for all that, even if I got some negativity to talk about, I gotta wait till after the weekend. I gotta wait till after this event in this relaxation session you didn't pay for go down. Maybe we talk about it on the back end, but I'm not bringing that shit up right now.
My money on somebody who don't really want to be there. Someone, if you really don't want me there, girl, this was not cheap. We were going to have a great time. It was supposed to be a bonding experience. I don't know what you want, but whatever you want, you own it. And we're gonna go and have a good time anyway. There was nothing secondhand about it. I reached out to you in solidarity and love. That's it. Now, whatever problems you got, again, that's a you thing. Handle that, but love is love. That's all it was.
My response to you was, I have been mistreated by people in the past multiple times. I do have trust issues.
You need to not go on nobody else's dating show till you get that figured out. You've been mistreated. You got trust issues. How come you trusted that lady with your body? Allegedly.
And I said what I said, and I meant what I said. And I don't hang out with people that I don't want to. If I don't want to hang out, I'm not going to hang out, regardless if there's an invitation there. I'm not going to show up. That's just how I feel. I don't care that you're paying for things, and I understand your heart. You're trying to be nice, trying to be kind. I'm not saying that I don't appreciate you paying for things, but I don't care that you're paying for things, because if I don't want to be there, I don't want to be there.
And that's fine. That's why I said, okay. I said, I appreciate it, Kendra. You have a great day. And you see, I didn't bother you again. It wasn't about the payments, sweetie. It ain't about the money. It was about the love behind it. And somebody said, oh, why do you guys act like you were fake happy when you really don't like each other? What you're hearing right now is individual situations that are going on individual people. There's been love there the whole time for people who wanted to receive the love. That everybody not going to love everybody. And that's okay too. There's nothing fake about it. There are many people on the show. I mean, honestly, Aaliyah and these people are receiving the love we've all given them. We all support them. Not to mention, there are times I've reached out to Marcus. Marcus reached out to me. To be honest, today or tomorrow, me and Professor don't have to agree, but I can sit next to their brother at a basketball game. He can sit there and he can talk about who he talking about. I can talk about who he talking about. I don't hate the man. As a couple, did we match? No. But as a human, I ain't got no problem with the brother. Like, just be so for real. Be respectful. Be respectful of you. I be respectful of him. We could be cool. I don't hate nobody in this world, and I'm sure he don't either. I'm not gonna put words in the man's mouth. Hey, there's no hate here. Hate is a very strong word. And nobody's disliking anybody. You're here. What you're hearing now are different people who have different challenges with themselves or whatever with the show. And it's just now coming out. It's the last time we're all going to probably speak to each other. And it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Y'all don't take it too far. And I was saying, before I even got off, I was booted off. And some people probably were glad I was booted off. They're probably tired of hearing my mouth, and that's okay too. I was saying that what people put in the comments.
This ain't that bad. When you talking like this ain't that bad. We was tired of you and the Nutty Professor going at it. But this ain't that bad now. You doing your little thing. You doing your thing right now. I get credit when credit is due.
Means something. Just like we had somebody else who had a situation where somebody was sending them threats. It's happened to a lot of us on this cast. A lot of us, myself included. And I mean, the fact remains is that when it gets beyond the comments and it gets to people sending you messages about your children, harassing your
who's sending y'all threats? What the hell happened? Who doing that?
Children, harassing you, posting my address.
Damn.
Has somebody follow me? It's a bit too much. So understand that
Meet2Marry, what y'all gonna do? I ain't know Arizona ain't had nothing like this. Charlotte is going down in Charlotte like this.
Being on TV is all great while the cameras are on. The show has been amazing and pivotal in so many different ways. We all have lives outside of this, which is why I said what I said about Marcus. I said, let's get it right. Let's not put it out here that he's a pedo and this and the third. That man has a whole life outside of here. If something happened in a situation that was outside of the show with two other people, then they can deal with that. But it had nothing to do with the show, and there's no reason for him to be called that, because that could affect his home life. That could affect the things he got going on. Somebody following me, posting my home address, and threatening my children can affect me too.
Damn.
And whether or not people in the audience like my voice, want to hear what I have to say, the fact is I came on the show with love in my heart. I'm a professional speaker by trade. It's what I do. I love to communicate. It's what I'm paid to do. So I do apologize for those who did not want to hear my voice. You don't have to come to see me speak. I'm okay with that. But I hope you remember me for truth. I hope you remember me for taking up for Marcus and for standing with everybody on that show.
Now you're losing us. Now you're losing us. Now as soon as you start talking about that career and them degrees again, since you got your degrees and you know everything. Since you got your degrees and you know every damn thing. Come on, man. We don't want anybody trying to hear that.
I'm scared of this is to speak my truth. You can like it, you can love it, you can be indifferent about it, but Tamara's gonna be okay.
The difference between you being able to say your truth, I can't fully say my truth. I can't fully say my truth because of NDAs and timelines and things like that. I can't fully say my truth. So that's the difference between you and I.
But you kind of said it already. People are in the
No, I haven't.
Windows.
No,
I mean,
I haven't.
how did Usher say, if you're gonna tell it all? At the end of the day, you guys had this is a situation outside of the show that should not have been brought to the show unless it has something to do with the show. Like you really the whole situation and confuse everybody. Then you call the man a pedo. Now you say he's not a pedo. Like it's like stand on.
Never took it back.
Oh snap! She said I never took it back. Why? What?
Call the man a pedo. Now you say he's not a pedo. Like it's like stand on.
Never took it back.
I never took it back. Watch his head shook.
That's
This shit cooked. She said, I never took it back with a smirk. And this is, man, y'all got to be careful, man. Sometimes women look good, sometimes men look good, ladies, and it be life ending. It be life ending. Folk just miserable, man. And then they portray this pleasantry or this nice person or this lifestyle that they living online. And they do stuff like this.
Pedo. Now you say he's not a pedo. Like, it's like staying on.
Never took it back.
That's all people are asking. Staying on to get off of it. Because at the end of the day, people are in a situation.
Watch his eyeballs. Watch his.
Use everybody. Then you call the man a pedo. Now you say he's not a pedo. Like, it's like staying on.
Never took it back.
Watch this.
That's all people are asking. Staying on to get off of it. Because at the end of the day, people begin to have their own thought processes and ideologies of what you mean when you don't tell it.
That's what I said. I said
as
that.
a black man, it's hard enough in this world. You say
it is hard enough. You're completely right. It is hard enough. Now, will I take it back now? Absolutely, I'll take it back now.
Man, that lady gone, man. She gone. Thin line between love and hate gone.
We'll take it back. I was upset.
Who should be loving on each other and lifting each other up? Yeah, we all had our
absolutely.
But the fact is, you do not, as a woman, you do not get a chance to take false allegations against somebody like that. That is wrong, and I couldn't stand for you to do it. That's why I told you, I said I got bad love for you, but that's the wrong stuff you doing. Don't do that. Mad or not, I ain't never said nothing about nobody like that. That man, they get back to that man's job. They can let that man go. Anything can happen. Lord, I'm not praying for that. We gonna not put that in the atmosphere. But you don't know how that type of stuff can manifest and grow. Black men have been killed, hurt for less. And here you are running your mouth and saying something like that. I don't respect it. I didn't respect it today, tomorrow, and I won't next week. And the fact that you say it now and say I was mad, that's how Emmett Till got killed. Emmett Till got killed for a lie. Understand how our black men are perceived already. If people say whatever they want to say about
you, back eating. You hear me? You back eating right now. You back eating. You back eating, fam.
me, but what you will not say is I don't love my people and I don't stand up for them. You was wrong.
And I agree, which is why I said what I said.
Man, this is sad, man. I hope you get it together, Kendra. This kind of really sad, though. It's so sad, man. I hope you get it together, man. You told your family and friends. They probably believed everything you said. They probably watching this. The crazy part is the fact you're going to have some close by you still justifying you. Still saying it's okay. Rubbing your back.
And that's why I stood up and I said it. People can say what they want to say about my mouth. But what you won't say is I sat by and let wrong go on and let it rise. I didn't and I won't.
Okay. And that's fine. And I'm not going to sit there and disagree with you. I'm not going to disagree with you. Was I completely wrong by saying those things that I did? Absolutely. I will sit there and I'll take it back now. I didn't take it back prior to this conversation. I did not take it back prior to this conversation. I'll take it back now. Was I upset? Absolutely. Because I felt as though that Marcus was trying to bus roll me, throw me under the bus and say these things. And that's okay. It's okay, Marcus. I'm not trying to sit there and say
career, baby. I'm gonna say this like this. I got a career. I mentor. I have a life where I do so much for my community. Your words could have damaged me. And I couldn't do what I do in the community no more. Because now people look at me as a pedophile if this would have got out. If people wasn't defending.
Hey, yo, you gotta stop arguing, man. You gotta log off, man. Marcus, you told us we only had 10 minutes with you, Marcus. You ain't got shit going on tonight. Marcus, you ain't doing nothing.
Me like Tamara and Aaliyah and them and the people that know me. And you just sit there all like, I'm sorry. Come on. You think I'm gonna take that?
And that's why
you shouldn't have to, and you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to, Marcus. And I'll apologize. Like regardless of Tamara, I hear you, but I'm talking to Marcus. Marcus, I will genuinely apologize to you for that. And I'll say,
get her ass, Tamara, whatever the hell your name, Miss DJ, boy, you're underwater arguing, boy. I don't know if you had swim lessons or you treading water, but you got to come up. I don't know about alligator bitch ass, but you got to come up and talk to us. We can't hear them. We just hear bubbles. I can't. I don't know what you're saying, man. You got to come up for air.
You shouldn't have to, Marcus.
Listen to this.
You think I'm gonna take that?
And that's why I
You
was in the
shouldn't have to,
comments.
and you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to, Marcus. And I'll apologize. Like regardless of Tamara, I hear you, but I'm talking to Marcus. Marcus, I will genuinely apologize to you for that. And I'll say,
You could be cute on this camera, but don't forget who I am too.
You could be cute on this camera, but don't forget who I am too. Sound like a threat. This is out of hand, guys. We need everybody. We gotta lock these boys up.
I'm not worried about who you are, girl.
Smart all day long.
I'm really not worried about who you are.
But you really did say enough. Hone in on that. All the extra stuff you saying is not even true. You called this man a pedo. You did lives and called this man a pedo, said his name. Acknowledge that. Go back on live and say, you know what, y'all? I made an error in judgment. You ain't gotta say I lied, which is what you did.
Oh, that's not an error in judgment. You call somebody that, you should have some facts, some proof.
You said I made an error in judgment and being a better person today than I was yesterday. I want to recant something I said. My experience, I felt away. I admit that a woman should feel safe. I agree with you on that. But if you want to tell it all. If you want to apologize, really do it. That's nasty work, man. That's nasty work. That's nasty work.
Tamara, I appreciate you. Kendra, again, I wish you the best. Mingo, I got to drop. I got work. I got to finish. But I appreciate everybody.
He had to get that out. He did. Damn.
Listen, at the end of the day, this is something I went through, and it taught me a lot.
They might not come on to Meet2Marry next season, man. This was hectic. This little group. Where you found these people at?
It taught me a lot. It made me stronger as a man. It made me understand that I got the power to forgive, but I understand what I will not accept in life. And if somebody can do that to me, truly do that to me, that just shows me that that's not somebody that needs to be in my life. And I want to wish that person the best. And I'll talk to y'all later. It's much love.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Much love, Marcus.
All right.
Mingo, I'm going to go ahead and, to be honest, I'm going to drop too, because in all honesty, I didn't had enough. Y'all, I know there's a lot of people who didn't like me on the show, didn't like the fact that I talked, didn't like how I move. But this is the whole thing. In all honesty, I speak for a living. If you would like to follow me, my brand is called Positivity Has a Purpose. I'm on my way to stadiums. I'm actually filming a movie on Saturday, 3 documentaries next week. Feel free to follow my journey to arenas. I'm going. Whether whoever wants me there, whoever don't, I implore you to inbox me. I'll make sure you get free tickets. I would love to see you there. Whether you love me on the show, whether you didn't, I would love to see you in the audience. I would love to put some love on you too. Y'all, it's been a journey. Mingo, we'll talk soon. But I gotta go. Right. Much love.
Talk to you soon. Much love. Thank you. All right. So, Professor, that was a lot. What do you have to say? You was quiet the whole time.
Hey, listen, man. I feel like I listen to the female Dr. Umar, but no, I mean, it is what.
You did not have to give Tamara that shot, man. Leave that lady alone, man.
I've done a show on when someone on the panel said something that I didn't agree with, and what it looked like, and words can be detrimental to people, can be dangerous to people, those are some things that, especially when you calling somebody a PDF, that's a difficult thing to come back from. As a basketball coach of 22 years, like, I know how that can ruin a career. So I know what Marcus is when he said that, and I feel like everyone's ganging up on Kendra. I feel bad for her, but I don't, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't have taken all this for her to. I feel bad for her, but I don't, because.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
I feel like everyone's ganging up on Kendra. I feel bad for her, but I don't, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't have taken all this for her to apologize fully. Kendra, we don't really know each other. I know we share some things in common, but like Marcus said, this show has been a learning lesson for all of us. So hopefully you take that as well, and you move with that. I know I've learned from this experience, and I'm not going to be someone to gang up on anybody. But I think she knows where she fell short. I know where I fell short. Tamara knows where she fell short. Marcus and everybody else on the show know where they fell short. And we just learn from this and move on. And we just know that our words carry weight, and we know to move differently moving forward.
Yeah, she cleared it.
Right.
She cleared it. Look.
She's the one that game short. Tamara knows where she fell short. Marcus and everybody else on the.
She said, "All right, I gotta go." Look.
Knows where she fell short. I know where I fell short. Tamara knows where she fell short. Marcus and everybody else on the show know where they fell short. And you know, we just learn from this and move on.
Hey, Mr. Professor try to talk everybody cleared on his head, man.
And we just know that our words carry weight, and we know to move differently moving forward.
Damn, they cleared it on Mr. Professor.
No, I'm with you with that. I'm definitely with you with that. And you know, a lot of these things that
hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna come back.
Okay. So I mean, Kendra, you know, everybody left as far as you know, Marcus and Tamara. But you know, I do you understand at least how that affected him? And I know you do. You apologize. I don't think he took your apology well.
Oh, she bad.
I don't know if it was how your mannerisms were, because how he was describing how you moved when you apologized. But you know, I know he might watch this back. Is there any last things that you would want to say? Because you know, the season's over now. You guys don't really have a reason to be around each other anymore. And you know, so is there any last things you would want to say? Even in defense of yourself, right? Like something that you want the audience to know about you.
At the end of the day, I want to say this.
Go ahead.
If your intentions are pure and something outside of your agenda of what you planned on happens.
Okay.
As a man, I'm just because I've had multiple conversations with the people that.
Now, as a man, you was with a woman. It's always as a man, and you ain't a man. Pull up some clips when I said as a woman.
I do interviews with about men's mental health. And I went into detail with a lot of those men about what had happened. And I told them everything in detail. I didn't.
So why you tell them men everything, but you don't tell us everything?
Shy away from, this is what I did during that situation. This is what I did. This is what I didn't do. I didn't shy away. I went into detail. And I'm not taking away from what Marcus had said, saying that was not the intention of the night. That's not what I had planned. When I spoke to other people that were in frats and in fraternities and
God, thanks. The whole city know about you, fam. So even though she apologized and said she didn't mean that and she made it up, your name is still tarnished in these streets, man. Just for even putting yourself in a situation like that, people gonna look at you a certain way. You know, when the women don't want to date you because you got this little ass altercation situation over your head, it's like a cloud over you, man. She went around and asked all the Greeks in the city, fam. All the homies, all the Greeks of the city, everybody know about you. And then they just know her side. They don't even know the truth or nothing.
All of that. And frats and in fraternities and all of that. They're saying like that is not typically how they respond. That's not this particular fraternity, and that's not how they act. That's not their behavior. So it was a conflict for me going back and forth, which is why Marcus was still, which is why I kept talking to him. Because I was like, okay, I have other people saying that this isn't typically how this particular fraternity responds. And then I had another side of men saying that was weird. Period. So I was conflicted. And then talking to some of my girlfriends when I mentioned this before, who are in that are in, what are they? I can't think of the word of, like they're deltas or they're alpha or they're
Stop.
Oh, you talking about like AKA?
No, everybody stop.
I think something went wrong with her signal.
Yeah, that was the Lord shutting that down.
I wish you would come back, because I would love to say to her, like, if you feel like you couldn't tell the whole story, then why even bring the story up to begin with?
Yeah. She's coming back. She's right.
You know, sorry, I had gotten a call. I'm sorry. So having those conversations with other people, because of the way that everything was kind of handled in this situation, for me, it was conflicting. So I'm going based off of my traumas and what I have been through. And take note, like I mentioned prior, like my mom has told me that I need to go to a trauma therapist, simply because of how my life has kind of transpired over the years. And I'm gonna say this. And I mean this as humbly as I can.
Oh gosh.
As an attractive female, living single with no kids and all of this, there's so many different people that will just lie to you just to be around you, just to experience you just once. And
So you know that, but you had a little bit of drink and you let that lady experience you on the first night, allegedly. On the first night y'all met.
The reason why
Wow.
I said what I said on the bridge, what I said to Marcus was I didn't feel safe. And I didn't feel, now I wasn't saying I didn't feel safe with him. I didn't feel safe in that environment. And it didn't allow me to move in that direction because, yes, did they ask me for certain consent? Did they ask me for this, that, and the third? Yes. But it
They?
was in a way of
Did they ask me?
allow me to move in that direction because, yes, did they ask me for certain consent? Did they ask me for this, that, and the third? Yes. But it was in a way of it wasn't directly spoken to me. It was that this person asking him, how do they feel? And it rubbed
Oh, because they probably thought you was together. So she came in there rubbing on both of y'all. Y'all was on a freaky deaky tip. And you probably just wanted to go back to getting courted and him getting to know you. You can't, after you have a freak off night, ain't no going back. That innocence is gone. Damn, you had a moment of weakness.
this person asking him, how do they feel?
And then you gotta understand, bow, she's letting you know that they standing over top of her. She gotta be laying down or sitting down. Is this person acting this person? Look how she did her hands. That's people above her.
Spoken to me. It was that this person
See?
asking him,
See?
how do they feel?
And then it's crazy because it was this person. That means she in front of me and on me. It was this person asking him. So they both was probably down. Look how she did her hands just
Spoken
now.
to me. It
Look.
was
It
that
was this
this
person.
person asking him,
See,
how do they feel?
look how she looking up. It was this person asking him, how do they feel? She was on her, boy. And he was sitting there watching. You know what I'm saying? Delegating this shit out. Do this. Pull that out. Turn it over. Twist that. Flip her ass again, please. Flip her the right way. Flip her. Slow flip. Why these fast ass flips? Flip her, slow down the flips. Somebody gonna get hurt.
And it rubbed me the wrong way. Because it was never directed to me, which I tried to explain multiple times. I even
When?
have a long paragraph message
After the
from the
fact.
girl that was involved apologizing to me about the situation. And I can even read it off or pull it up or whatever so that you guys can.
Why would you, the girl apologize to you? Why would you read her message off to us? That's none of our business.
Have an understanding of it.
Hell
But
no.
for me, with that being my first date with him, and men trying to always just trying to like, let me just have sex with her real quick. Let me just do this with her real quick. Where do you think
And that's where she got messed up. She like, damn, I went too far. I let him see too much on the first date.
my brain is going to go?
The
So
question that I would have
She had 3 double shots. Damn, he was having fun.
was, did he try to have sex with you?
no, which is
Oh, fuck. What we talking about then? What we talking about? He ain't even tried nothing. What we talking about? Damn, this nigga innocent. Oh, man. Fam, she had us thinking you was a stone cold killer. Damn, whole time you ain't even try to hunch.
let me just do this with her real quick. Where do you think my brain is going to go?
Shit,
The
So
question
that
the
brain
question that
all
I
over
would
the
have
place,
for you
baby.
is, did he try to have sex with you?
no, which is why I
So,
rephrased.
but it- I think
No. He never did. No, he never did. Marcus and I never had sex. So
so
that
if he didn't try to have sex with you, then I think that should clear up how you feel about him. Because if the mindset is that we were at this thing that turned sexual, right? And he didn't even try to have sex with me. Whatever happened between you and other people, or
Damn, you and other people?
however it went down.
Damn, you and other people. They ran you? They ran the trains in the chat, allegedly. Alleged trains in the chat. They ran you? Ooh, you know ain't no coming back from that. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
You know, he wasn't the catalyst of that, which I
now
think you should give him a little grace.
if you want to get into some detail about it, since we want to talk about it, did he ask me if he could be involved? He did.
Damn, you was getting ran. He was watching you get ran off of 3 shots, 3 double shots, and you gave it up. You came up off it. Damn. He was looking at it like, hey, can I get a little some of that? Can I get a little piece of that? God dang. Man, this is all your fault. You gotta take some responsibilities for some of your actions, man. You can't just blame every time something pop off. That's how them boy be going to jail for a very, very long time.
But did he ask me if he could be involved? He did.
I don't even like y'all talking about this like this. Y'all, why y'all ain't asking this while he was here and could defend himself? He probably listening about to call right back in.
For half a second, and then I said stop. Involved? He did. I said yes for half a second, and then I said stop.
Oh my God, you say yes for half a second and then you said stop. So he knocked you down too. That count. A half a second count. If he just put let me just put it in. That count. He got some of that too. Bruh, ain't nothing like you know what I'm saying? You probably on a journey, you probably living right. Then you had them 3 double shots and you allegedly catch 2-3 bodies in one night. Could women count? Women bodies count. Y'all be trying not to count them women bodies. I just deal with women, so my body count don't be high. Man, that count.
Involved? He did. I said yes for half a second, and then I said stop.
Oh my God.
Which is when I said stop is when it clicked, and that's when we moved to a different room. That's when everything stopped. So when you go to the comment section, he said, "Oh, she agreed to this. She agreed to that." He asked me. I said yes, and then as soon as I realized.
As soon as what?
He asked me. I said yes, and then as soon as
what is it? You almost slipped up.
He agreed to this. She agreed to that. He asked me. I said yes, and then as soon as I realized, I had stopped it, which is why I was having a hard time because it's like you have one particular a woman asking if she can do certain things to me, and then you're piggybacking off of what she's already doing, and then
damn, she was running you.
You're saying, okay, let me step in. Can I? And it's like, whoa.
That sounds pretty normal to me. If I brung you here and you letting this stranger lady get up on you and I'm in there, hey, can I, you know what I'm saying? That don't sound too bad. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know. This is nuts.
I said yes at first, not realizing. Then I stopped and I was like, pause. Because is this why you invited me? So like that's my thought process. I'm not saying that he's a bad person. I'm not saying that he is, and I take it back. Do I say as though he's a pedophile? No, I take it back. He's not a pedophile. He's not the definition of a pedophile. He's not. That was me talking out of pure rage, and I apologize, and that was unethical of me completely.
That was nuts.
And I'll apologize. I can even make it public and apologize to it. But at the end of the day, it is the fact that
guys.
Women were begging me, literally in my face, begging me, asking permission. Doesn't she look good? Doesn't she look like she does this? Doesn't this, that, and the third? And you're agreeing to it?
Damn, they was tearing you down. They had your ass sitting to the chair. They pleased you from every angle. See, and then what happened like this, she would be maybe okay with this. And more folks would be okay with this. But it's just about being judged. She knew that man saw. You know, it's about being judged of what she gonna look like in the city and how people gonna treat her since this happened. She don't want to get thrown a part of the swinger community, the sex party, the freak all community. She don't want to be known amongst that community. Oh yeah, I seen her at the freak alls. Once somebody said they seen you at one, they gonna think you a regular. You got a membership card. You know what I mean? Like you have them all the time, like going to Costco or something. Oh yeah, I got Costco membership. Oh yeah, I got a freak out membership. That's what they thinking. So now you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody take that serious. Well, no, I mean, how many different rooms you been in at the freak off? At the swinger museums? We don't know what you doing. They swing your ass off the top ropes and shit.
She look
like you know what I'm saying? They diving on your ass like you Jerry the King Lawler or some shit, man. Damn.
Doesn't she look like she does this? Doesn't this, that, and the third? And you're agreeing to it? And then when you ask me, can you join? And I say yes, and then I'm like, stop, because I'm realizing, like, did you plan this all along? That's my mentality, and that's that key detail that has been left out of this whole circumstance. That people don't that I haven't said anything publicly because I haven't said anything publicly because I don't feel comfortable.
This is the freaky night,
but it's
guys.
y'all want to try to destroy me online, not realizing that you put me in a situation. And there's women literally begging me. And I'm not going to go into detail about how it went. I can, but this is YouTube, and I don't want to disgrace your platform and go like I'm trying to be respectful.
GMT wants you to do it. They were eating her
Hold
She
on.
ass
dropped.
down.
I think I can't.
They was
She probably got
taking
fired
her
again.
through there.
Yeah,
What a
but see, that story is
night.
dangerous because if she felt uncomfortable, she said no, and he agreed. They should have left. She should have never been put in that situation. I keep saying stuff like she's here, but she's not. She should have never put herself in that situation. If she felt uncomfortable, same thing I said about Tamara. If she felt uncomfortable, we could have stopped filming. We could have had a conversation. I could have apologized at that point.
Man, they were
And
her
the same
ass
thing here. If she
down.
felt uncomfortable, she could have.
Sorry.
But
And
Kendra, I was saying something. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, and I was saying that if you felt uncomfortable in any way, why not just get up and leave? And that's the first. That's the first question. Give me one more. Give me one more. Give me a second question. The second question would have been for you. Would have been why think of it? Why go to a negative place first when it could have just been, oh crap, I didn't think this was going to happen, and it happened. As far as what took place, and giving him the grace, like,
Where
hey,
we going?
that
She
was.
taking us
I
through the
don't. Like I said, I
house?
don't know your. It's three sides to every story. I'm not there. I'm not putting any words in anybody's mouth. I'm
Right.
just saying that the second part would have been,
Damn.
hey, let's have a conversation about this. I don't like how this happened. This took place. And if he did what he said, he did, hey, I'm glad you got me out of there. I'm glad you at least asked for that safe, whatever it was. And y'all moved on instead of thinking negatively or having your life experience
Kendra, come
carry
back.
over from how people will perceive you. Or all guys want is this, or all people want is
I
this
know
from you
you
because
have
I look
fun out
good.
there,
People want to do
Kendra.
this and be around me and have this experience with me. Instead of having that thought about it, because that was like everybody is a predator as opposed to everybody. People may have their good graces out for you,
She had
as
a
opposed
good
to thinking
time
that
tonight.
from standpoint. The third part of this is be very careful about things you say because in certain situations you slandered his name. That's something he could have taken you to court and sued you over. So at the end of the day, watch what you say when in fits of rage, which is why when I get mad at people, I don't say anything. I just hold back and I'll say something later because I know I can't take back what I say. But the first question is why not just my first question, like I said, I wasn't there. It's three sides. Why not just get up and leave?
I didn't get up and leave because I didn't feel comfortable to do so with the amount of alcohol that I had drinking. That's why I didn't leave. And part of it too, it was like I said before, I enjoyed my night. I had fun. Don't get me wrong. But my main thing is I'm not taking away that, oh, I had a good night. Yes, I had fun that night. Do not get me
What's the
wrong.
main
It
thing?
was my whole thing is I was invited to a cookout. I have never been to a cookout where stuff like that happens. That was
You
my
went to the cookout and got your ass ate out. You went to the cookout. You ain't even realize you was the cookout. You was the appetizer. You was the entree. You was the main course and the sides. You was the dessert.
whole thing. My whole thing is
Hey,
if
tore you
if
up.
this was unplanned, if this was not a part of
Damn.
what you had planned for the night, and you didn't feel comfortable as a man, especially with this being our first date, why, like, as a lead
They tore you
and as a
down.
person that sees me as a potential partner, why would you want me to be in that environment? That was my thought process. And
See, that's what I said that earlier. She knows once that happens to her that I don't think Buddy would have looked at her different. I would have, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh damn, you know what I'm saying? But I can't wife you after this. But we had some fun. But that's what she was. She knew that she'd be tainted in his eyes. Like, you can't wipe that up, man. You bring a girl to the cookout and 3 girls got on her, jumped there like a pack of wolves, man, and she enjoyed it. You know, or now she thinks if she gets with this guy, this is what he's gonna get all the time. He can expect these type of parties and vibes, and you know, what do they always tell us, fellas? Don't introduce me to a vibe or energy you can't maintain. If I bring you to a cookout and these girls jump on your ass like a pack of wolves and you enjoy it, you keep saying you had a good night and it was fun. Oh, that's the vibe now, baby. That's the vibe. That's the start line.
me as a potential partner, why would you want me to be in that environment? That was my thought process. And I get it. Like, yes, you had all the ability to leave. You had the ability to leave. Did I want to do what I did
And you had the ability to say no, but you wanted to do that stuff.
when I was there? Yes. As
See?
soon as a man was involved in the situation, I was done.
And that's disheartening too, because you on the show to meet men. So you can meet these stranger women day of and hook up and have intercourse or allegedly and do all this stuff with women that you just met. But a man you at least met on the show before and this y'all first hangout and he brung you there, and now he's just a man. But as soon as a man was involved, I said no. That's why a lot of these women be projecting, calling these men sassy and undercover and all this. But it be y'all on that DL activity. And every time I said, oh, they hunching on the girl trip. Oh, they be out fondling on each other and rubbing on each other. And not me and my homegirls. I would never. No. Girls trips is just the girls trips. Bro, look. In Charlotte on Meet2Marry, they go out. She has 3 double shots. And now she hooking up with women, allegedly. And the man right there, as soon as the man that brung you there, the man that you had the connection with, that's your match. As soon as he try to get in on some of the fun, now it's no, a man, ill. I told y'all on the profile way back in the day, the Instagram, you know what I'm saying, what it was. I say, no, it looked like a little, now it's confirming. So a lot of times folks they prefer women, but they know long-term settling down as far as finding a provider and someone to take care of them, someone to make them feel safe. They know some of them fall back over to the man. Shoot, I even seen some of my homegirls, some stud muffins. They back to being straight. I said, what happened? She cheated on you? One girl told me, hell no, she ain't cheated. I just got tired of taking her on dates and spending money. I said, see, it ain't easy being a man. It ain't easy. Shit crazy, ain't it? Take it on dates, plan the dates, set up the dates. Hopefully she liked the date. Man, let's pick her up, drop off, get her, make sure she ain't walking too close by the car, open the door, pull the chair out. She got to go to the bathroom 2 times. Is she really in the bathroom, going to the bathroom? No, she taking Instagram pictures and stories and shit. You funding the night. You funding you funding her content on Instagram, paying for the date. Oh my God. After y'all leave today, she wants you to take pictures. She gonna look at the pictures. Then she gonna say, why you ain't tell me I had back roll? Why you ain't tell me this was showing? That you already got that. That's you. Shit, me taking more pictures ain't gonna get rid of back rub. LA Fitness gonna get rid of back rub. Back roll. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's how I be going down.
Because there was other men in the room. It wasn't just Marcus. There was 2 other men in the room. That's where the problem lies down.
Oh, y'all in the bedroom and she was getting freaked out and other men was watching too. So it just come down to she don't like men. If it was just all women in there, it would be perfectly fine. If Marcus would have went in there and threw ass in there with them women, you know how Uncle Phil threw Jazzy Jeff out the house? If Marcus would have picked that ass up, threw ass in there with all them women, it'd have been fine. But it's because men was involved. I really hate men.
It wasn't just Marcus involved in the situation. I was done. Because there was other men.
Man, why are you getting towed down with 7 people in the room? Man, you can't come back from this, man.
In the room. It wasn't just Marcus. There was 2 other men in the room. That's where the problem lies down. So that's why I'm like, this is not okay. Like,
so the men was in there too. The men, everybody had their own corner.
Basically, the men that was in the room were having sex with the women in the room. You didn't want to initiate in that, but Mark, the thing that I always.
So you know more than we know, and you spilling the beans. So the men in the room was having sex with the women, and you was all in the room. What a hot ass funky room. What kind? I hope this was the king bedroom, the main bedroom. 2 men in the room having sex with the women, and you was in the room. God damn! The first night you met this man, I was supposed to just get some cheeseburgers, man.
Which would give Marcus the grace on, and I believe you should, is that he didn't, even if he asked you, I don't think it's outlandish being adults. If we're all in a sexual situation and you.
Hold on, Mr. GMT Married Man. Hold on, brother. Hold your horses, brother. Watch yourself now. Your wife gonna come in on the bottom of the screen with a question. What you say that, G? What you say that, G?
Outlandish being adults. If we're all in a sexual situation and you were in a hypersexual situation and I'm watching you in this situation to say, can I join? I think most men will ask that.
Hey, GMT, you supposed to let me say the crazy stuff. Let me be realistic. You cover your ass. You not supposed to be talking like this. You hear me? You ain't supposed to be talking like this. Now, if your wife typing true that, you the man.
And I'm watching you in this situation to say, can I join? I think most men will ask that. And the moment you say no, now, if he said, you know what, I'm going to take it, he gets no grace.
Take it is a crazy word. Don't say take it.
He gets nothing. As a matter of fact, he gets jail time. But
Correct.
that's not what happened. The man, you said no, and then you exited to the next room for what you said. So that's where I guess the confusion lied throughout the season of people wanting to kind of feel like, well, regardless of whatever happened, it happened. And if it wasn't going to be brought up, it just shouldn't have been brought up completely. Like it just should have been to bed. Whatever happened was just off camera. No one brought it up. But the fact that it was brought up, of course, now for the audience, for y'all, for you and Marcus, now it's like this unresolved thing that that's going over, spilling over to your audience on your live streams. It's spilling over to the show. It's just turned into a lot now because it's something that was brought up that didn't really have to be, because he didn't hurt you. And that's what everyone was wondering. Like, did this man harm her? Did he what did he do? Because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? I knew what happened because you told me from like day one. But him and all of this stuff that the audience and the cast members, the crew, everyone was kind of like, well, what is going on between these two people? And he come to find out like he didn't do anything. And then that live stream when you called him a pedo, that kind of got big in this circle because it was screen recorded and passed on.
Damn.
But you apologized, right?
I did apologize.
You
and
apologize.
do I feel bad? Yes, I do feel bad. It was not a live stream. It was on my Instagram story when I said that. So
okay.
It wasn't a live stream. It was on Instagram story. And I deleted it within, I think, about 8 hours. I deleted it because I had posted it late at night.
8 minutes.
And then it didn't even make it to the morning. So do I feel bad about saying that? Yes, absolutely, I do feel bad. Do I feel as though that was appropriate? No, I don't feel as though that it was appropriate. But when I hear from you, Mingo, that somebody's talking shit and I'm no longer going to work with you and this is that and the third, that's what pissed me off and that's what set me to the limit. That's what set me off.
I think you should just deal with me. You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't want to talk to me anymore. So that's why I started losing that's why I lost it.
Damn, she went crazy on y'all too. Golly, man.
That is the fact of why I lost it.
Can I say something, Kendra?
She probably a phenomenal time, fellas. But it's dangerous though. You playing with your freedom in your life.
And Mingo, stop me if you want. Listen.
She probably be partying hard, dancing on the tables, climbing through the sunroof, jumping in pools with clothes on, streaking. You can streak that naked down Ocean Drive. Just crazy stuff. This is crazy stuff, man. Wake up and look at you and say, what a time last night, huh? Let's do it again.
Mingo and I have been doing this for two years.
Damn.
Right, Mingo?
Yeah, exactly.
Mingo and I, brothers the whole nine, right? Me and Mingo fell out throughout this production, right? To where him and I didn't talk. Him and I talked 3-4 times a week. And it went from him and I talking 3 or 4 times a week to us not talking at all. Which is why, even at the reunion, I was sort of apprehensive because I didn't know. But him and I had a conversation. So what I'm saying to you is this: no matter what may have been brought to him and what was said and what you guys may have talked.
Boy, hey, GMT, this season kicked y'all ass, didn't it? This season was something serious, boy. This was a season, wasn't it? Damn.
About what you may be doing in the future.
This season smashed
There's
y'all, man.
no rhyme or reason for you to be that upset to go out and say anything. You've yet to this point heard me say anything. First of all, you didn't even probably know that story, but you also never heard me say anything negatively about Mingo while at any shoots, not knowing what him and I were going through, and that's my boy, right? So at the end of the day, that shouldn't have even crossed your mind when you're pissed off because of what your future could be. What's meant for you is meant.
That's your homie. Why wifey ain't let him finish his statement then? If y'all kinfolk fam, that's your ace boom coon.
For you. If it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. And again, had it been a different person, not only we got a cease and desist, you may have gotten a lawsuit. You have like you can't let that anger get to you, especially when it's especially when it's going to affect your future and especially someone else's future, right?
You're right. You're completely right.
So this is like I said, we all I don't think you may have dropped off. This is a learning lesson for every single one of us that was on the show. We all learn from this. We're all got to be bigger because of this. But
man, your ass don't need to get no bigger. No bigger.
it's the reason I don't speak out of anger and arguments because when I do, I can't take back what I said. I have to keep it to myself. And I said this before. I said I feel like everyone's ganging up on me. I'm not trying to gang up, but I'm saying we all have to learn from this, right? And you can't let that happen. You can't let that happen again, especially for someone who talks about what you talk.
What up?
It's not me.
That's what
people on the show.
Like I said, you didn't know the story about me going out to just now.
I fell out with a lot of people on the show, and I think that's just.
I think it's you, Mingo.
Boy, this is the season, boy.
It's not me.
That's what you better listen.
But it's part of business, though. And like we're gonna especially the amount of time we all spend around each other. Like you got to think, like we filmed this. It took us 6 to 8 months roughly to film this whole season. So I fell out with people. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily make it the end all be all. The biggest thing for me is always protecting the business. That's it. Like we could go through stuff, but at the end of the day, I just have to protect the brand because I put my livelihood to build this thing. And, just for like 1 or 2 people to be like, you know what, I'm gonna just cut the legs off of it because I'm mad or because I feel away or because of something. Yeah, now I got to get a little bit protective and I separate myself when I have to. And that's just business. You know what I'm saying? It's never personal for me. But, that's why I mentioned it today. Like, hey, this is going to be the last live stream for this season, right? And I'm already in production for the next season. So the mindset is how do we, just kind of close this out? And I wanted you to come on, Kendra, to have the opportunity to speak and close it out without just saying, I'm gonna let people say whatever they want to say about Kendra, and it is what it is. And you want to build a platform for yourself. So this was, to me, giving you that opportunity to just be here. And like I said, I have no personal hard feelings towards you. So anything that happened there, it's not personal. It's just me protecting the brand, protecting the business. That's all. But when it came down to this thing with Marcus, was it alarming to me? It was alarming. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that I have to have a level of separation from that as a producer of a show. I can't be the one saying, Kendra, why, or even Marcus, why. Like, I can't do that. I'm the producer. So I just got to let y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? So
and their thoughts.
That's all it was.
I understand, but it was just for me, and I completely agree with Professor, not allowing that to affect me. And I'm not gonna lie, I was out and about when I made that video, which is why I said that my friend told me not to post it. He said, "Don't post that," and I did it anyway, and which is why I also deleted it. I didn't get that many views on it. So that's another reason why I had deleted it because it didn't reach typically to what my normal stories get. So I was like, okay, let me delete this before it gets to that reach. That's why I deleted it. And I started going to a rampage because I blocked Marcus off of social media. I didn't block his phone number. So when I reached out to him first. And when my phone number was blocked, I was like, oh, okay. And that's what set me off. And I apologize. I allowed
it's cool if you block him on all your social media platforms. But if he block you, it sets you off.
Anger to get the best of me. And it doesn't make me a good person for doing that. And I apologize. Absolutely. Have I spoken to different people about the circumstances and went into detail? Absolutely, I did. And some of them had mentioned the similar things that you guys had said. Why didn't you just leave? Like I said before, I was having fun. I'm not going to take that away. So let me be very clear. I was having fun, but my whole thought.
And you got to see her face when she was having fun. I was having fun. So she just went back into a place and kind of thought about it. That picture and that image and that the activities pop in her head, and you could tell because she starts smiling. Watch this.
Like I said before, I was having fun.
She liked that, man. She liked it. I was having fun. Look at her face. I was having fun.
I'm not going to take that away.
So I'm not going to take that away. I had so much fun that night. It's just the men. It was just the fact that my match was there.
Let me be very clear. I was having fun, but my whole thought process after everything that happened was this planned? did you plan this? And then the text message that I got from the woman that was involved in the circumstances, they had things planned. So it made me think like all of this was planned. And stop. All of this was
All of it was planned, and you still keep saying how fun it was. It's just your part that you mad is that it involved him. It involved your match. If you could just had done whatever you done with just only women, you'd have had a ball. You had a. Well, you already had a ball. You would have had a ball, and none of this would have been brought up.
planned, and I was just the guinea pig, the dummy, and I felt used and I felt frustrated because
Oh,
that has
you wanted to end on it. You wanted to know the plans. I got to put her in the group chat. Send out the calendar invites.
been certain outcomes of dating experiences that I have had. And
you ain't read the Eventbrite cookout description. It's a cookout freak off after party.
it's not me necessarily saying that, oh, he's to blame, because I'm to blame for also as well for not having the discernment. But at the same time, it's like, if this is the first interaction and you're telling me that you're serious and that you want this for you, you want these things, you want these things, you want this lifestyle, and
Why
that's
you
the
brought me
first
to this?
interaction that I had with you, it contradicts. Because
No, it don't work like that. If you tell me you like me and you care about me, and then the first time I come over and spend time with you, your friends there, and you start letting them take my clothes off and start letting them get a piece of me, and it was fun. It was fun, but I just feel like it was a setup that I enjoyed until you tried to touch me.
why are there other people here in this type of hyper situation? So like that, it affected me in that manner. Did it hurt my feelings? Yes and no.
And they seen you naked.
Because it was
Everybody
like,
probably seen you naked. Like,
I felt as though that you were playing with me, like you weren't really being serious. You just wanted to have an experience. And when I said no, it was
and you just wanted to have an experience. So if he did have the experience, and even if she gave consent, she gonna be mad. Like, okay, I did say it was okay. I did say yes, but now I feel like he just used me. I can switch it up and make up any story. Sometimes it go down like that. He told me he liked me and wanted to be in a relationship, and he only wanted one thing. I'm gonna say he took advantage of me. I already got mad and lost my cool and called him a petty wetty. What's the worst that can happen?
it was it
You gotta
stopped
protect
immediately.
yourself,
The other people
fellas.
kept doing what they were doing. And if I go into more
Ladies, tell your
detail about
kids
certain
about
things that I've
this. Your sons
experienced,
about this. Your
it's not going
nephews, your
to
cousins.
it doesn't whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
It's a dangerous
But I
game.
got home safe. No one forced themselves onto me, which is why I was trying to reword what I said, because it didn't come out the way that I had planned it to. Did I go into a pissed off rage after the fact that Mingo, like I used to talk, Mingo, you and I talked like at least like 4 or 5 times a week. We would talk. And when it slowly stopped and then you stopped tagging
Mingo, you talking to these people too much, Mingo. GMT, you talking to these people way too much, fam. 4 times a week is nuts. 4 times a week is nuts. I've been in a relationship, ain't talking about it 4 times a week. 4 times a week to the contestants is nuts. And then you already know what she on, how she is. You really could potentially be hemming yourself up. She almost sound like she built an attachment to talking to you on the phone. And I was talking to you 4 times a week, and then when the talks got less, man, you gotta be careful, boy.
me at least like 4 off
Look,
rage after the fact that Mingo, like I used to talk, Mingo, you and I talked like at least like 4 or 5 times a week. We would
look,
talk. And when it slowly stopped and then you stopped tagging me and stuff, I'm just like, what is going on? Like, what is the
see,
disconnect? Like, what is really happening? And I was trying to understand the concept and like the background of everything. I'm like, what is going on? This is not the energy that I was receiving before. So what changed?
See,
So with me trying to figure out what changed, and then now I'm saying, oh, people, I've heard you talking crap. What crap did I say, and to who? What did I say? I didn't say that.
voice cracking.
It blows my mind,
Blow my
which is
mind
where
too.
I step in and I'm like, okay, like, yes, we know each other, but we don't, y'all don't know anything deep about me and the traumas and things that I have gone through. And same thing with Marcus, same thing with Professor, same thing with Tamara, same thing with Aaliyah and Zanathan, same thing with Sandy. We don't know what has gone through anybody else's life prior to this show. So for anybody to be like, okay, well, you're this type of person, you're this person, you're this, like it doesn't allow the truth for someone's actual livelihood to come into place. You don't know what somebody's experienced. You don't know their traumas. You don't know anything. You just see a production. You just see a show. You don't actually see the person's life. You don't see what they've gone through. You don't see their emotional standpoint, their bandwidth. You don't see what you don't have an understanding. You just see the performance. And that's just how I see it. So with that whole situation with Marcus in the beginning, that was my first impression of him. As talking to other women, if you go to cookout and something else like that starts happening, what are you going to think from that man? What else do you have to go from?
I still can't believe y'all keep calling it big cookout.
Especially when in this particular dating scene where sex is on the forefront of everyone's mind.
And I don't want to keep beating on a dead horse, but when you start looking at this, like, the fact that you are saying things like "I had fun," and then you thought about it later, and then you started thinking it was a setup, that could cause a lot of confusion, right? And I just need you to put that in perspective, just in case anything like this ever happens again in the future. Which I pray to God that this, if anything terrifies you in your future, that you get yourself out of it. But just to think like, okay, well, at the moment you were having a good time and then you didn't, and then you thought about it, then you said no. I would look at the man that is around you as, okay, let me let him know I want to go. Let me let him know, get me, like it's not men's thing to read minds and say, I know what you want to do unless you tell us. And then if you tell us and we refuse, that's when you have to start looking at that man funny, right? Like, yo, hold up, I let you know I want to get up out of here and you're not doing anything to get me up out of here. You a problem. And then, especially if he is unwanted touching, unwanted, all of that stuff. And I don't have to tell you all this because you know all of this, right? Like, these are things that you know prior to me telling you this.
Absolutely.
But just, I would say, because this way we're not constantly beating up on this topic, and we could kind of just lay this season to rest, and just move forward. I could say my filming experience with you, I had a great time, right? I had a great time with all of y'all, even Sandy, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because we had our moments, which to me made a really good season. And, I respect y'all for it, and it's all part of my growth process as well, because I learned a lot filming the season. I learned, honestly, how to move with contestants. I learned how to go about things differently. And now I completely separated myself from contestants. So no one has my phone number anymore. That's done. But I learned as a producer where I need to be and how I need to move. And I pray
that's
that
all I be saying about the other show joints too. I'm like, they be trying to give people rules, tell them what they could do, who they could talk to, if you're allowed to make the group chat or not, who you should be dating, who you should be doing, what you be doing, what should it be as a man, how you should be stepping your foot, right foot. Oh, they call me. Oh, they ask for advice. You know what I mean? It sounds good, but it can get tricky. You know what I mean? It's a thin line between that type of stuff.
you learn something from this. Professor, I pray that you learn something. Tamara, Marcus, Aaliyah, Nathan, Antoine, and Sandy, I pray that everybody really, truly learned something out of this experience, because at the end of the day, the day gonna end, right? So, it's one of those experiences that, we learn, we move on from.
That part.
You can still use this opportunity, Kendra. If I were you, you have a whole season of content that you can show the producers, that you can show to people to still get yourself where you need to go. And you can still use this to
You need a rebrand.
your advantage, right? And then speak on the things where you really made a mistake on and learn from it. And just that's it. And same thing for Professor, you too. Same thing for me. Same thing for my wife, all of us. Like, I take this as an experience that we all grew from. It was one full year from production start to reunion taping to reunion airing. One whole year for us to actually get here. So there's a lot of work, and I'm happy I met y'all. I'm happy I was able to do this with y'all. What you saying, Professor?
No, I was just gonna say, man, we be wrapping up, right?
Yeah, we wrapping up.
Okay, so let me put a few things to bed real quick, since this is the last time you'll see me on this possibly. I'm gonna go anyway. So some people may have said I'm not a character in that book, but the people got to remember I brought the book. I am the book. Anyway, you wouldn't be here if it weren't for me. So that's first piece. Second piece, I'm gonna give you a little.
Call back up right now, y'all.
Oh, definitely.
That's fine. Come on. Anyway, you need to understand, overstand, and understand. The other part is, I know people have questions about Ann.
Who?
I will provide you with some information, not full information, but enough to put you guys to bed.
Who?
when it comes to Ann had we was hanging out. She had a gentleman she worked with that had been with her during the time when she had a fiance that had passed away. He was there when she
Oh,
needed
okay.
somebody,
That's his first
and he
match he
helped her through
had.
that depression piece. And they sort of connected, and so her and our relationship ended. And she's now happily married, and she's a brand new mother. So that's Ann's side of the story.
Dang, you told
There
all
was no
her
animosity.
business.
There's no bad blood. There was nothing I did that screwed that up. It's just, we all learned from that experience. And, I enjoyed the opportunity to be with Ann because certain things you learn from people help you learn more about yourself and vice versa, right? So, and I always say and I always preach unexamined life is a life not worth living. So you consistently examining your life, saying where you have shortcomings and things of that sort.
You
But
done told
again,
all Ann
she
business.
was put in spaces
Congratulations,
that she would
Ann.
never been put in. Whether you guys like it or
Send us the
not,
registry.
her and I had dinner with the president last year. So she was put in big spaces last year that could help do things for her career. There's certain things that she wanted out of life, like homesteads and things like that wasn't in my cup of tea. I'm a city boy. She's a country girl, and I'm happy for her, like I said before. And she's moved on. Like I said, she's happily married with child now. So that's that story. So there's no other pieces of that. There's no craziness that came with that. That's just the story that happened. But other than that, man, again, I enjoyed the time. I enjoyed the opportunity to do this. I enjoyed the experience. A1 production as always, and I look forward to many things to come, man. But I want to put a couple things to bed because I know people keep asking that question in the comments. And hey, we wish she could be
All right.
there. She
Come
and a
on.
mother. She just had a kid.
Dang, you telling all her business.
And a mother.
She's married and a mother. She just had the kid not too long ago. But yeah,
And you still all on her profile on Instagram checking out, trying to stay updated. Leave Ann alone, man. She a family woman now. Somebody that made an honest woman of her, man. Leave her alone.
she's happy and she's happily married and a mother. And she married a good old country boy in his 40s. So there you go.
Right. Nah, that's real. That's real. Well, listen, this was dope. Great conversation. Kendra, you wanted to have any closeouts that we closing out for the season now?
Not necessarily. I'll just say this to close out. Certain experiences that women have, I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to take away from, I'm not going to ask for forgiveness. I'm not going to beg for forgiveness. Either you forgive me or you don't. At the end of the day, the only person that I'm looking for in regards to some type of forgiveness is Marcus. I don't care if y'all, I don't care about what anybody else on social media has to say. You can think I'm a bad person, you can think that I'm unsafe place, or whatever you may think to a certain degree. At the end of the day, you don't know me on a personal level. Do I have people that talk to me about men's mental health all the time? Absolutely. Do I have grace in regards to how people do certain things? Absolutely. Do I give grace? Yes, absolutely. But at the end of the
That
day,
boy professor
I'm
got
not
out of
going
there.
to belittle what I have gone through in regards to saving a man. Now some things
And that's what it comes down to. She don't like men like that. Look how she just did that. I'm not gonna belittle or do this to save a man. Like, ew. Why would you get upset over a man? Like, that's the energy right there, man. The battle of the sexes has gone way too far over a man. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you not even human. You think I'm gonna belittle and not speak upon my feelings? Not over a woman. That don't even sound right. Sound
that I
crazy.
have in regards to saving a man. Now
Damn.
some things that I have said, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to belittle what I have gone through in regards to saving a man. Now
You
some
don't why y'all don't why y'all why is women like this don't like men? Where does this stem from? What does this type of hatred stem from? Where does it come from? What happened to some? I got any of y'all feel like that? Like, cause sometimes like I see women. I told y'all already. I see women, guys make TikToks and women be posting like, "Oh, I like women with French manicures. Oh, I like white toes." They women posting their toes and they're like, "Oh my god, not y'all in here posting y'all feet for a man. Not y'all in here begging for validation from a man at that. Damn, who it supposed to be from?"
things that I have said unwarranted. Absolutely. I'll take accountability for that. That's one thing I will always say. I'll take accountability for some of the things that I have done, and I will always take accountability for the things that I've done. And I have a track record for taking accountability for those things. So I will always hold myself accountable and admit when I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, I'll admit when something doesn't feel right. I'll admit it. And I will always apologize when I am wrong. That is just one character trait that I have adapted over the time. Am I going to stop doing men's mental health? No, I'm not. I'm going to keep doing it. I actually have something planned for this weekend. We're going to go out, we're going to get on the track and run around, and then we're going to do men's mental health, and we're going to talk and have a conversation. But it just, for me, I just want people to
Call it hot girl walk.
just be truthful within how you feel, and don't hold back, regardless of how something may make you feel, how you make somebody else feel. If that's your truth, then that's your truth at the end of the day. Can you be wrong in your truth? Absolutely. You can be wrong in your truth. You can be wrong in your perspective. But at the end of the day, always take accountability for things that you may say or things that you have done, and how it could have possibly impacted somebody. So I will apologize to Marcus, which is why I had mentioned earlier, if you want to have a conversation, then we can have a conversation. And he said no. So he's not open to it, and that's fine. It's respected.
I wouldn't want to talk to you.
I respect his opinion. I respect his viewpoint on it. I wouldn't want to talk to me either after somebody said those things to me. But at the same time,
I'd be scared.
he didn't help me pay my rent. Like, he didn't do those things. I even went through my phone to screenshot certain things to make sure that that wasn't the case. So there.
Why would he pay your rent? Why would he pay your rent? Where did that come from?
Phone to screenshot certain things to make sure that I wouldn't want to talk to me either after somebody said those things to me. But at the same time, he didn't help me pay my rent. Like, he didn't do those things. I even went through my phone to screenshot certain things to make sure that wasn't the case. So there is different things that I will say, but that's all I really have to say in regards to that.
He didn't help me pay my rent.
People to have their own opinions about somebody and actually get to know people, versus trying to just jump on a bandwagon of like hate. And that's fine. You can live in a realm of positivity, and somebody who, and I said this before, and I'll make this short. I know I'm talking a lot. I'll make this short. As a person who has gone through a lot mentally, suffered from certain ideations, I am not going to take away from Marcus's experience. What I said was wrong. I shouldn't have said those things. And it did come out of pit rage. It came out of feeling ignored. It came out of pit of, I felt what I experienced was ignored, and everybody was ganging up on me. And it was like, okay, well, like, damn, ignore what I have to say.
Nah.
And my experience, and just focus on
everybody was not ganging up on
That's
you.
fine. It's like, okay, like, no, like, I just felt as though like it was like 100% just focusing on him because of what I had said. But
yes,
no one showed any type of attention to what I experienced until I started talking mad crap. So that is the thing that I want to point out.
Well, look what you said about the man. She ain't sorry.
Now, no one consoled me or anything along those lines until I started talking mad crap.
Them girls consoled you that night in that room.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't think a lot of people knew what was going on, because you got to keep in mind, like,
say anything.
Right, exactly. So there's nothing to console, right? So if people don't know what you're going through because you're not saying it, then they can't console you. And then now you put it out there via your social media, whatever, right? However it went. Now people are like, okay, but what happened? And the only reason why they know, or we even are at this point right now, is because
she
brought it up. So people want to talk about it, and they're gonna pick. Obviously, they're gonna listen to what you say, listen to what he say, and then if it doesn't make sense, they're gonna pick sides. That's how it goes, and I think it goes like that with friends groups, family situations. No matter what it is, when things, you know, when you listen to two sides, you pick a side, and then you go with whoever you feel is right, whoever you feel has legs to stand on. So really, that's what happened. So it's not. I don't think anyone intentionally didn't have your back. I think more people just didn't know what was happening. You know, you and I spoke about what this whole situation was very early on. Marcus and I spoke about the situation, but I still made sure that I was in contact with you. Like you said, we spoke 4 times a week. Like we was on trip. You know what I'm saying? So
we was what?
It had a lot more to do with. I still made sure that I was in contact with you. Like you said, we spoke 4 times a week. Like we was on it. You know what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying? You wildin'. You can't be doing that shit.
And so it had a lot more to do with.
We was on it. It's crazy.
With that than anything. But now the cat's out the bag. I'm happy you guys were able to at least speak tonight. I don't think you guys need a further conversation about anything. I think, at this point, we could just finally lay this thing to bed and we could just move on and utilize this platform or your platform, or however, utilize this show as a means to get to where else we are going to go, because it's an opportunity. And I think once we look at it like that, all of us are good. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us. And like I said, regardless of how you feel like the audience feels about you, there's still people that rock with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most important thing for you. You have your audience, right? You have over 50-something thousand people on your Instagram. They rock with you, right? So that's your audience. Build off of it. And I wish you the best though. And I really do. And we just keep moving from here.
Yeah, and I appreciate the opportunity, Mingo. I really do. Being part of this production and moving in that direction. Like, it was definitely eye-opening. It was definitely an experience that I am glad to be involved in. The filming, meeting the people, meeting everybody.
Man, what is y'all talking
It was
about? Is that it?
endured over my life. So I appreciate everyone. Do I care to a certain degree? Not really. I could care less because
we know, man. We know you don't give a damn. These little fake ass apologies. Let's hit some of these comments up. Man, that was a good little crazy one, huh? Thanks, GMT, for the live. We the people were confused about what happened. I appreciate the great content. Thanks for clearing it up. Falsely accusing someone of being a predator and trying to give a lecture about men's mental health is devil's work. Can't believe I missed this. Genuinely speechless. Be safe out here, y'all. Trying to tell you. Sorry. Kendra is an egregious disgrace. Not only did she try to ruin that man's reputation, but she did the worst act against a man. Then to add insult to injury, falsely calling him a pedo when she's a spokesperson for men's mental health. Damn. Look, she don't care. That's to make sad, yeah. Man, stay away from these type of women, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Thanks for the post reunion live. He needs to sue her. I feel like that's the only way she would learn. But even looking at it, I was kind of scared like that. She might try to do something to herself or something, man. I'm like, you could just see, like, I don't know, something, I don't know. Allegedly. Kendra is a scary individual. Can't believe I missed. Okay. One thing about Tamara, one thing she gonna do is announce her accolades. Sis, we get it. You made it your entire image on the show. Back to the topic at hand, please. Kendra is dangerous. Kendra is pure evil. Marcus definitely should take Kendra to court for defamation of character. Yeah, it's all on here. She admitted to saying it and everything, so she kind of just told on herself. Kendra sister, karma's real. Kendra is a certified weirdo. All right, they're eating Kendra up. We pretty much already knew that. Let me know what y'all think of in the comments. In the comment section, all of this, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Hope y'all ain't missed the live. Hit y'all ass in the head for 3 hours. Almost 3 hours. Tighten up. Catch you on the next one.